Put the ticker up. All right, folks, we're talking Amico pre-order gift. I have a lot to say about this. I don't know if people have seen.
Let's hear it.
You didn't see my Twitter. I posted. This is complete bullshit. And then, I've been thinking about it long and hard because I really, I want to do this right. I want to hit this just perfect. So here's the thing. This is a horrible, horrible gift. Okay, it does not have anything to do with Amico. It was obviously very cheap. It feels like a husband who has forgotten the anniversary and he runs off to the fucking gas station and just grabs whatever he can find there and comes home with a fucking Hershey candy bar and some like get well card for his wife. That's what it feels like, folks.
And a pathetic CD.
I have a different perspective if you're interested.
Yeah, we'll get to your perspective, Carl.
Don't worry,
because I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Because you see, as I was thinking this, I was thinking how crappy this is. Then I started thinking what wasted opportunity this was. This was a completely fucked up opportunity. Once again, like you said in your video, Hammock Man, you were like, so much wasted potential with the Amico, so much wasted time and effort. How awesome would it be? How about if they would have done this? Instead of giving us the music from Video Games Live and the Earthworm Jim and Advent Rising, what if they would have gave us the music for the upcoming Amico games? How nice would it have been to be able to listen to the levels of Astro Smash?
Yeah.
Or Biplanes. Could you imagine the videos people would have been making say, oh my God, you have to listen to the third track from Biplanes. I don't know what the level is, but that sounds fucking awesome. Moon Patrol, Fifth Planet, that fucking theme is so good. You got to hear it. It matches up with the old Moon Patrol. Fucking I'm playing the old game, listening to the new music.
The question is there music, that much music to release?
True.
I'm assuming there is. They said they're ready. You got to take them at their word. They said they're ready to go.
I mean, it's like, I figure if it's $200 worth of music, counting like each MP3 is usually like $2. It's like 150 songs at best, or better be at least.
Yeah,
it is a lot of songs. I know that, but like people are pointing out, a lot of them are available on Spotify or YouTube already. These are old albums. They're not like new. These are old. Luke Skywalker saying DJC's Amico rap album would have been great gift. You know what? I know a lot of people have ragged on DJC for his I Want My Amico, but that motherfucking song is catchy. I might not be an Amico fan. I might not be a fanboy of Amico, but the song is good. It's got a good beat. The man sounds like Violent J from ICP. I'm a big ICP fan.
Now, wait a minute.
I like the song.
I would call bullshit. You paid $2,000 for an Amico shell, and you even have an Amico pre-order. That makes you an Amico fan by default.
Shill.
I'm a shill. I've been exposed. Carl has exposed me.
He's not any ordinary shill, folks. He's super shill.
That's right. I've paid more for Amico stuff than anyone.
Yeah, I remember seeing all that. It's funny to talk to you now, like after having seen you do that shit. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I am the Amico ambassador. I'm head Amico, head shill.
I mean, well,
you're right. You're right in the middle, man. Like I feel like you're kind of a middle guy.
Hold it. Smash JT is more of a shill than you. He paid $10,000.
Yeah,
no, but he invested $10,000. He has a potential to get a return. I get nothing back for my $2,000.
Hey man, it was a good story.
Yeah, it was. It was for a good cause. It's all jokes. But what did you think about the gift, Carl? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think?
Okay, so let's take one thing into account that will explain everything. Tommy Tallarico is, by definition, a narcissistic buffoon. So you got to think here. In his head, he's thinks he's doing you all a favor by giving you $200 worth of his music because he thinks everyone wants to hear it. Even though, ironically, you can't buy this shit, literally, because I've looked.
Really?
I
Oh
think
yeah,
you
look
can.
for, but not the collection that he's sending. He gave you all. There's no CD compilation for that.
I think there's individual compilations because it's like Video Games Live 1, Video Games Live 2. I think there were CDs that went with them. Because, I mean, he had to have gotten the MP3s from somewhere, right?
Yeah, but it's $200 is worth of music when you get right down to it. Yeah, it's not music I would ever listen to, but it's still, well, I mean, it's more than CD Projekt Red ever did for people who pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077. They didn't give those people a damn thing.
A kick in the nuts. They gave those people a big, fat.
They
kick in
gave
the
those people a kick in the balls. They Rochambeaued them. I mean, I'm just saying that, that he's done more for the Amico pre-order customers than CD Projekt Red did for theirs. I think that's at least worth speaking of.
Now here's the question that everybody wants to know.
Okay.
Is Dayzed Gaming currently in a hammock?
No, man, I'm not. I was going to try to do it, but I didn't get off work until like 30 minutes ago, so I basically had to come running up here and get right on the computer.
I'll tell you something weird. He sounds like my uncle. You sound just like my Uncle Rick. I'm not even joking.
How old is your Uncle Rick?
He's pretty old.
Yeah. Calling me a boomer.
Are we having a family connection here?
No, I'm just saying.
Charles' long lost uncle.
I'm 43 years old, for the record, if anybody's wondering.
I'm just saying. Oh, you're about my age. I'm just saying it's just kind of remarkable how I mean, just kind of your voice kind of reminds me.
What's his name? What's his name?
Rick.
Uncle Rick. No, that's cool, man. I get that a lot. I get that a lot from people that they think like, "Hey, man, you remind me of so and so." So I'm used to that.
Mike Martinez says that the albums are on sale on Tommy's website, so you can find them. One place you can look, Carl.
Okay, well, yeah, I was looking in the wrong place.
Do you think that it could have been like? What do you think would have been too expensive to give everybody like one free physical product? Would that have been like?
I don't
too
think
too
so.
big? Because why wouldn't you just do that if you could afford it?
At least he could have given people one of his CDs, and it wouldn't take that much effort. I don't think.
I mean like an Amico game.
Oh yeah. Well, we haven't really established what the Amico games are yet.
Yeah, but they gotta have something. I don't know. I don't know if that's too expensive. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was shocked when I heard that what the gift was, but.
Well, what they
could have done something better. I mean, if anything, I don't know, maybe just like some like a gift card or something, or something.
Well, as far as physical games, I think it would be too expensive to give you the complete package.
Right.
But
what about an empty box? I mean, I would take like people would want that, just like, hey.
Well, without the box, I'm saying if they actually just gave you the card, they could just pop the card into your Amico box, with the Amico. I mean, I think that, but not, the whole box trinket.
Right.
Card.
You're right. No, I think that would be fair. But if anything, because a lot of these people, I think, would just be excited to see the artwork in their hands, because that's what a lot of them were talking about, like how much they like that. I don't know. That's what I would have tried to have done.
56K warning says Tommy gave something that requires no work. He's a smart con man. Well, to go off of your point, here's the question I have. Because these are CDs available from Tommy's website. Did he sell his own product to Intellivision so they can give it away? Is this a tax write-off?
No way.
I don't know.
No way.
I'm thinking he could
They're
probably...
bleeding. They're bleeding money, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, you say there's no way, but I mean,
would I put it past him? No, not at all. But I would hope that we're not at that level.
I don't know.
They claim they're worth $200 each. When's if he says he donated it?
That's like one of those things. That's like one of those things that you would see like on a commercial where it's like $200 value, but we've got it for $39.99.
Okay, I think I can clarify.
That's how that sounds to me, or $29.99.
I think I can clarify this maybe a little bit, if at best. See, I'm thinking since he's the CEO of Intellivision, he could write all that off as a business expense.
Tax write-off, definitely.
He could write that off as a business expense. You know, that's what I think.
That's what they did. Then maybe they, it's a win-win.
Which is, it's perfectly legal. There's nothing wrong with it because, lots of people do that sort of thing. So it's not like...
I've said it before, Carl. I've said it before. Just because something's legal doesn't make it ethical or moral. Just remember that.
But I mean, giving $200 worth of MP3s. I mean, most people most musicians want to crucify you for giving people free music.
Yeah, but no one was buying them apparently. I mean, if he has the MP3s on his website and no one's buying them, I mean, giving them away and writing them off on his taxes.
Can anyone prove that nobody is buying them? That's the question.
Well, you didn't even know what they were.
Well, but I don't buy music. I don't buy MP3s though. I don't order CDs. You see, I don't. Whenever I buy CD, most of the stuff I buy off of eBay. Like I might buy like my Time Life We Love the 80s deluxe set. I bought that off of the Time Life store, but I don't go out of my way to buy music off of the internet. So I don't know. I mean, it's maybe people are buying it. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'll admit it. I don't pay for music at all anymore.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I guess that would have been a cool gift like 20 years ago.
When there was MP3 players everywhere?
That, or even if it was like some like CD gift set, like even before that, like if it was just like a real physical thing or something. I don't know, man.
I'll show you something. Let me show you something.
It's not the same anymore.
Let me give me a minute. Let me file through. Gotta find it here. I'll show you the Woodstock 40th anniversary soundtrack.
Well, Carl's looking for that. I gotta.
I already have it.
Damn.
Here it is.
Wow.
See, now I actually had to replace the CD case for this because the hinges kind of broke on one. But it's this is about something I would like to see him do because the box cover's nice looking, and even it even comes with a booklet inside. So that would have been cool if he did something like that, the Amico collection or something.
Right.
Skywalker says LimeWire gave away more MP3s than this.
I was thinking that. I was thinking as soon as he said that, I was thinking LimeWire too. Oh, that's funny.
Arr, mateys.
But here's the thing. First off, a lot of people are upset on Atari Age. There are a lot of people saying they don't listen to this kind of music.
I bet.
And I'm wondering how many of the pre-orders from non-gamers are going to look at this and like, the fuck is this shit? Like, like Gen X Gamer.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to frame that question. How many pre-orders are going to look at that?
Because Gen X Gamer, he was offended. He said this was a slap in the face. And I could imagine others who don't know Tommy, who are not really big gamers, they just wanted a family console, are going to look at this like, what the fuck is this shit?
They're like, this is trash.
And I went through, and I went to YouTube to listen to a few seconds of these video game live concerts. It's as much. It doesn't sound like video game music at all to me, and even then, I don't listen to video game music all the time, if at all.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to listen to 56K Warning says a bunch of music from non-family friendly games. You don't think mommy bloggers listen to this type of music? Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. 56K.
And here's something that I'm not sure people are aware of, but in Europe they didn't have the VIP editions. They had what's called the first editions. I guess they were trying to like get away with like a second Founders Edition, but not really calling it Founders Edition. So they're the first editions, quote unquote, in the European distribution. They come with the Earthworm Jim soundtrack and the Advent Rising soundtrack, I believe. So basically, 2 of the free pre-order gifts, those people were already getting them. So are they getting extra stuff now to make up for this, that everybody's getting their gifts?
Here is a bigger question. What does the 69th edition come with? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, the 69th edition comes with all of TonyTGD's greatest hits. It will give you eargasms for days.
And a used condom.
That's right. You know what they say, Tony469, just ask your mother.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little hyper. I've been drinking my Red Bull.
That's all right. We're all adults here,
man.
right?
We're gonna get spicy tonight.
I've been chugging caffeine all day to try to stay awake. I had a 6th straight day of work, and I've got the next 2 days off, so I'm ready to chill.
You need to get yourself the new what is it? Damn. What do we call it, Tony?
I don't know, Carl. You lost me.
Lip smacking lime G Fuel flavor.
That's right.
My son drinks G Fuel. Like, he bought some, and he was like wanting to buy more. I'm like, no, dude, you're not gonna start like just drinking this, because he was drinking it like I'd let him have one every day.
I mean,
like, he's 12 and he's 12 years old, so I'm like,
12. Yeah, no. I mean, like, I could do that. Like, I could see doing that. Like, if you like were a gamer, because my son loved it, and I've drank a couple of them, and I was like, man, this shit gets you up. But the thing about
for
me
kids,
is,
man, no kids can't be doing that.
Yeah, the thing about me is, like I told Tony, I have kind of a resistance to caffeine, so I just drink this as an ordinary drink.
Well, that's good.
I've literally drank this stuff when I'm tired, and it didn't even wake me up.
I used to drink 3 cans of Monster a day.
Oh my
god, dude! I used to drink a lot of energy drinks too, man. That shit just like rots your liver.
But you should not. Once I'm done with this stuff, I'm not ordering it again. I'm gonna use this for Kool-Aid or something when I buy that. So this shaker I
have. Let's get this train back on the tracks.
Yeah, we've derailed.
We're always derailing. This train.
That's all right, man. That's the best kind of shows.
Yeah. So, do you think we're gonna actually see any Amicos come out in 2021? I'm on the side of no.
Definitely not. I'm 100% no.
Canadian Gamer actually had a video for people to put in their dates that they think it'll come out.
Yeah, I put mine. You know what my guess was in the comments?
What's that?
When hell freezes over.
Oh, you were the one. My guess.
I mean, that's obviously a troll answer, but
my guess, and I'm sticking by it, is like the month and the day will remain, but the year it's going to be 2025 plus.
Dang, that's way out there, man.
Surely they
could get it together. They got to be able to get it together before then.
Tommy Tallarico, though. I mean, not exactly the most confidence builder.
It's true.
Games just want to be fun. Says it's sad that Atari is now laughing at Intellivision.
It's funny.
Sorry.
No, it's funny because Intellivision used to like mock Atari because they were the ones that were like the superior system.
Well,
they had better graphics, and now it's the reversed.
Well, Tommy was mocking Atari VCS, the new one, because he was sure that they were going to ship before them. We're going to ship before Atari. We're going to kick their butts. We're going to win the console wars, and all that.
He could have. Apparently, from what you said, someone told you.
Yeah, they could have.
Imagine that. Like, I've said that, dude. I've said that a lot in my talks about how amazing it would have been for them to have beaten the pandemic. They could have, dude. Like, or been on the front side of it with all the cash that was coming in free from the government stimulus and people being at home. I know what
Atari should do. They should send a package filled with some of their old drugs with a note inside that says "No hard feelings" to Tommy.
No, Tommy doesn't do drugs. Tommy's straight edge. But I'm thinking that if they don't get some sort of cash infusion, that this could be it. It could be.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I don't think it could be. How could it go out that much longer? I mean, because I don't know. I don't want to be like whatever, but it seems to be like they're just bleeding money. So how can you do that? How can you go out that far?
That's the thing. You have to take people at their word, right? Like Gen X Gamer says, you got to take them at their word. And Tommy's saying that we pay everybody 6 figures and we have X amount of employees. So, the only thing you could do is go, well, this many figures, this much money.
Yeah, how much the exact, or get a pretty good ballpark.
Yeah,
I once heard a rumor.
On his ass. What's up?
Well, I was just saying, I once heard a rumor that new tech companies always bleed money.
Well, they do, but some bleed more money than others.
So
when
they just need money, they need money coming in.
Yeah, I mean they've got nothing to sell. They don't got no money coming in. They got nothing lined up. They haven't sent any review units out. They haven't done any big reveals because they don't know when they're going to actually manufacture. So it's not looking good. I mean, at least from the outside, from where I'm sitting, it does not look good for Intellivision. It looks like they might never ship if they don't just bite the bullet and ship something now. So either way, I mean, it looks like either you get something out now that's a buggy mess, and then you fuck yourself over because you paid way too much to have the units built, and then you die. Or you try to hold off, and you just slowly bleed to death, and they never release anything. I mean, that's really
sad. That's a sad ending.
Either one is a sad ending.
Yeah.
Arioka wants to know if we're making fun out of Amico. I think some people might take it that way. We're just being real. We're just keeping it 100.
I'll tell you something. Go on.
No, go ahead, man.
Well, I was just about to say, you see my new video that I posted? The one, basically, I said that Tommy could end up living out the movie Misery. I mean, the way his fans are that crazy. I was kind of being serious a little bit, at least.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that video, man. I'll have to watch it.
Luke Skywalker says, "You want to hear something even funnier? The Polymega is actually beating the Amico to the market."
Sorry.
Did you slap your knee? That sounded like a knee slapper, Carl. Did you slap it?
That was it.
Sorry. They're more they're every bit as suspicious as Intellivision.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, it's definitely a tough situation. I mean, but everybody knew that this delay was coming. I mean, it wasn't a mystery. I mean, I'm surprised they waited as long as they did to release it.
I mean, even the people do comment, but even the fans knew. We're not that okay. Most of them were not that shocked by the delay.
Right.
That's actually, I think that makes it worse in all the reality, because we've been saying delay since January.
Delay. Yeah.
And we've been saying that since January, and we've been mocked and ridiculed, and they've been telling us we don't know nothing. And Tommy's assured us so basically they've admitted to just lying and towing the company line,
right?
Simply because either they don't like us or they
can't handle criticism.
Yeah, can't handle criticism, or they're basically saying we're lying because Tommy told us to lie and make the company look good and not release the actual truth. Because
that's what's been crazy about this whole thing, is that the truth just is not allowed to be said for a while without being attacked, or just not even the truth, but just like the possibility, like the flip side of the coin could be this. It's not all going to be perfect roses. When you try to talk about something. I mean, when you give it criticism, it's just something that I think you should be allowed to do.
The Xbox, PlayStation are kind of like this to some degree, at least, because every time the Xbox posts something, there's always a PlayStation gamer saying PlayStation 5 is better.
Right.
It might be, but I mean, when you have 10 million consoles out there, each, you're gonna have a lot more fans versus 0 released Amicos. It's kind of weird that there's such a fervent defense of this company that has yet to release a product. It's very strange, very odd.
I don't know, man. It's like you have to think about it. I guess how the whole thing went down. It just had to have been in the beginning. Some small YouTubers were brought into the big picture. Like, hey, if you cover us this, we can promote you, and you'll be in from the beginning. But you got to be positive about it. I think that's what happened, and then they kind of met a wall of resistance, and it just like,
well,
it's been crazy. It's been a crazy story, and I've enjoyed being a part of it for this little bit of time, because it's just been even crazier than I thought it could have been.
Well, here's my take on that. I don't think that Intellivision told them to be positive or even insinuated. I think Tommy just was friendly with them, and they saw him, how he reacted to criticism, so they knew right away, if I don't be 100% positive, he's going to kick me out. I'm going to lose access. The little bit of attention and fans that I'm getting off of this are going to go away. Going to be back into the obscurity. No one's going to know my channel name, and they don't want that.
No more Ferrari rides.
Yeah, I mean, you got people like Smash JT, perfect example. He's got under 20,000 subs, and he's walking around making a video talking about how people are jealous of him, and why would Tipster, who has like 10 times his sub count, be jealous of his subs? It makes no sense.
I don't know, man. It's just like, it was one of those things where it's like, just, was he off his meds that day, or was he just didn't know what else to say and was just talking shit into a camera, and it got released? I mean, I wouldn't have released that. I would have re-recorded it.
Then, like Mike Garcia is bringing up, I think it was Nick from Geeks with Cash. He mentioned that Tommy had run the email past him before releasing the delay email.
Mm-hmm.
Pete mentioned that he knew what the gift was, so he knew that the delay was coming.
he sold it like that video that he had. He sold it like I thought it was going to be something good because he's like, "Wow, man, it's bigger than I thought it was going to be."
Well,
Like
I mean, $200 worth of MP3s. I mean, kind of is.
It's debatable if they're actually worth 200, but we won't get into that. But what I'm saying is the fact that he's let these people in on this information, run it past them, ask their advice on whether or not, should I phrase it this way? Does this sound good?
Right.
Like we've said in the past, this goes beyond being a fan. You're no longer a fan. You're now actively working.
You're a consultant almost.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not getting paid, you're like, that was one of the arguments that they kept making. We're not getting paid. He's not giving us money. The hat doesn't count. It doesn't matter if you're volunteering for Intellivision, your services, your time. You're an employee. You're a volunteer employee. You're an intern, whatever you want to call yourself.
Right.
No longer, just the average YouTube guy covering the Amico. And I think that's, like Gen X Gamer says, that could bite them in the ass. Should the whole thing fall apart, that's gonna, it's gonna ruin their credibility. They're gonna lose a lot of the trust of their audience.
People,
dude, it's funny. I think about these thoughts in my in my mind, like when I'm not, because I don't do this, I don't live stream like this, and you're just saying them out loud. But I feel the same way, exact same way.
I'll tell you right now. People like Retro Bro won't care, but he should care since he has a business. And there's a risk that whatever he says is going to bite him back whenever he needs those extra customers, especially the ones who use YouTube heavily.
Right.
Yeah, I think when we start seeing videos disappear from the web, when they start being privatized and deleted, then we'll know that that's it. Game, it's over.
A lot of small YouTube channels, I think, would have taken the same deal. It's not just these guys. I mean, that's why I don't know, man. I just would not look at trying to make money off of YouTube. I would never want to do that because at that point you're automatically, I don't know if the word would be biased, but it's a knock on your credibility anyways. Like, just do it just to say, because you have something you want to say, then you're not beholden to anyone. You have your own opinion and never have to change it. But that's just me,
Well, I mean, I can see that point. This channel will be monetized as soon as we can.
Dude, your channel's different than mine.
I want that sweet cheddar.
That's why I would say that. Like, I would never want to do that with mine because I can just lay there and say whatever I want. So
free a Lavos t-shirt. That could be cool.
Yeah. I mean, Dayzed Gamer, Hammock Man, he probably hasn't seen a lot of my live streams, but we'd say whatever we want. We had Hitler
That's
rap.
good. I've been honestly, I'll tell you what, I've been listening to your live streams this week knowing that I was going to come by, so I've been listening, but
oh boy,
I didn't Lavos. I have to admit, Lavos, I didn't know who you were until I've seen your
people don't.
I have seen your videos, but I haven't really watched them, and I just didn't put your voice to that voice. So I'm gonna have to start checking out some of your videos. So I didn't know who you were, because honestly, I'm really kind of new to this whole little community y'all got going.
I advise you to watch my videos when you're not working.
Carl's are not safe for work.
I'll do it when I'm on my break.
I mean, they're not. It's not that they're not safe for work. It's just a lot of the people say that it's not politically correct or whatever.
Oh no, dude.
It's not.
Yeah, I hear you.
Luke Skywalker says he makes his money from his OnlyFans, so make sure you subscribe there.
I'll be there, man.
Luke's swinging his lightsaber around for $5 a pop.
If somebody would pay for me to have an OnlyFans and I could support my family with that, I would probably do it.
I mean, Luke, you could get
if somebody would want to see me I
They
would
pay me to
fucking
put
do it.
my
Like, I
clothes
don't
back
care,
on.
man. Like, I don't give a shit. And then I would still like
Look,
talk.
you could get paid hundreds of dollars a day in web by doing that in web cam channels.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
Well, my OnlyFans is they pay me to put clothes back on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that would be mine too, dude.
I mean, to be fair, I was just streaming shirtless. I figured, well, let's see if I get any views. I know Rich from Review Tech USA does it all the time. So let's just see what happens. Just kind of,
Test the
just see what
waters, huh?
happens. Yeah.
Mike Garcia does bring up a good point. Retro Bro did make that stream disappear where they said a lot of things that I guess they
I
shouldn't
want to
have said.
see this tape. Do you have this tape? This mystery stream?
I do have the tape.
You do what now?
Ooh.
I always have the receipts. I always have them.
Yeah.
I'll shoot it over to you after the stream. I got to keep it on the down low.
Yeah.
But I'll shoot it over to you.
If you want to see the Cyrus Drunk Rage video, everyone has it. Opaque one has it.
Oh, no, he's not talking
Darius
about that one, Carl.
Truxton.
I've seen that one.
He's talking about the last Retro Bro live stream where they were talking about the delay email, and they were basically telling Tommy to release the thing. They're like, release the fucking console, get it out there, come on. They were
I was like shocked because I was trying to find it after I think it was your video I saw, and I was like, this has got to be a Retro Bro live stream. And I go there and it's not there. I'm like,
man.
who is it? Who the fuck is this then? But you guys were like, I was like, oh yeah, he privated it. It had to have been something juicy then.
It was.
Huh.
Ninja Kitty says, I do the YouTube for all the ladies. They love perusing videos that reference Chris Farley to Moxie Amico. They do. Ninja Kitty is probably the best funny Amico content.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
he's good.
Tommy really needs to hire Ninja Kitty to edit all his videos.
It would be better than what it currently is.
I know. He's such a good Ninja Kitty is such a good video editor.
Yeah, he is good. That and I don't know. I don't know how I know his. I know this one guy. Well, this one guy, but Darius. I know to some people is.
Oh, pothead.
Yeah, I think he's hilarious. I mean, that's just me. But I know a lot of people don't like him, but I mean, he's up there too. So.
I mean, he's all right, but I don't like him I don't like the guy very much, just because he's one of those people that thinks he's funny, and I mean, he's a virtue signaler. That's what it is. Yeah, he's a virtue signaler. Sorry, go on.
I would say I wouldn't want him coming after me. So I mean, I know like how people could not like him, but
I mean,
but if you're part of his audience, I think he's kind of funny.
Well, what I mean is like he will complain about like the whole shooting prairie dogs. I'm like, oh please, you don't care about that.
I made a video complaining about that too.
I don't
know, dude.
really...
Do y'all ever watch Red Letter Media?
No, I don't. But
I've heard
dude, those guys are hilarious. And the only reason I bring that up is because they did an episode one time, and they have these series called it's Best of the Worst, and they'll watch like videos, and they have to pick which one is the best of the trash. Like they literally watch like 3 trash videos. Anyways, they did this one. They've done these other ones where they do like multiple ones where they look at a lot of small videos. And there was this one. No, there was this one that was literally people filming shooting prairie dogs. So I had seen that before, like that was a thing. But I just thought I just didn't. I mean, it happens. People do it. I get it. I mean, I'm all about the Second Amendment and whatever. But I just thought if you're in a public position, it's probably not a good video to have out for people to see, because there's a lot of people that would find that very offensive.
I know,
This
but
is
I'm
not
just,
a very smart. It's not a very smart thing. You have to like kind of scrub your history a little bit if you're going to be
yeah,
selling
I
something.
agree. I just mean
That's the
like
only.
people.
That's my thing, and it
No,
is kind of gross. But
I mean people like Darius Truxton. He's just doing it for views.
Well,
He does.
well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think
I'm
he
not gonna
believes
lie.
a word of it.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's like I when I make a video about the Amico, it's like I always get way more views. But it's like
I mean,
that's.
let's rope it in a little, gentlemen.
all right.
Are we going off topic again?
Sorry.
Mike Garcia wants everyone
Keep us
to
going.
remember. Mike says that Carl was a regular on Amico After Dark before
I
he was
was.
banned.
Were
Totally.
you?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know you. Then I don't know you. So this is interesting. I mean, I've seen your videos, man. Like when I saw your face, I was like, "That's that dude." Like I just had never.
That dude ain't right. There's just something wrong about him.
Well, now that I've talked to you, man, I will check out your thing because it's why did you get off that show?
Oh well, Retro Bro Retro Bro cut me from the group, and
What?
yeah, he's going to cut me, even though
That's
I
a
do
thing.
better.
That's a thing. You get cut from a podcast group. That sucks.
Yeah,
Well,
and I
here's the
tell
thing.
you,
Here's the thing. What happened was to fill in Dayzed Gamer because he wasn't around at the time.
Yeah, I'm
But they
sorry,
did it-
man.
they-
We're like
they
hogging
did-
the conversation.
No, it's
Sorry
fine.
about
It
that.
happens all the time. I'm just here to mediate. But there was an Amico After Dark where they all got fucking drunk, like hammered, and
Drinking
making
White Claw.
asses. They were making asses of themselves, and everyone pretty much criticized their behavior on the show. And immediately after that episode, they were like, "We're going to be more professional," and blah blah blah. And they cut Carl because they said Carl wasn't up to standards or whatever.
Did you get hammered, Carl?
No, Carl actually wasn't.
no, I don't drink. I don't drink. At least
That's
not
what
a
it-
whole lot.
That's what it was, man. They wanted to have a party, and you didn't party, so they got rid of you, I guess.
The thing is,
Here's my
I
take.
wouldn't.
Here's my take. Not to cut Carl off, but here's my take. Carl would always say things that weren't towing the company line. He'd always question stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they just wanted an excuse. Well, you're not. We're going to cut you, Carl, because you're not professional. But the truth was, we're cutting you, Carl, because you're asking questions that we're not comfortable answering.
Do you think Tommy made that decision for them?
I don't know,
Possibly.
but I tell you one thing: I do better damage control than the Retro Bro. That's for sure.
So I really do think that was the reason. At the very least.
So Carl, I'm sorry. Can I ask Carl a question?
Sure.
So you're an Amico fan, but
No. I said
completely.
this. I'm a consumer, not a fan.
Okay.
I was interested. I'll tell you why I was interested in the Amico. Because of companies like CD Projekt Red. See, CD Projekt Red are going to be are in the process of making mobile games. You know what's going to happen then? You can kiss any future updates for Cyberpunk 2077 goodbye. And I saw the potential in what Intellivision could have been.
Right.
And there's also other reasons why I willingly left the group, and one of the reasons was Retrobro has a habit of bullying people. Like, he'll watch videos of people being bullied and he'll laugh at them.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's just very disgusting behavior, and I have standards. I consider myself hyper civilized, and that goes against my code, and that's one of the reasons I left.
I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you.
My take is that those guys did not treat Carl very nice. I watched some of the. If you watch some of the old Amigo After Darks, they're very dismissive of Carl. They don't let him speak. They don't hear his point out. They'll just kind of shut him up and like, oh yeah. He almost felt like he was just like a token on the show. We're just putting you on, to have you.
I'll have to go back. I'm highly curious to go back and check those out now. That's going to be on my
really,
playlist.
they cut me out because they were drink. I think I remember that video too.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, see, Ninja Kitty agrees. They didn't treat him right. They didn't treat Carl right.
Yeah.
I
And
just
Carl
see
turned down that interview with Tommy.
The thing is, I don't like to interrupt people. It just kind of happens by accident.
Right.
But I always, I just didn't think I was being treated that fairly, and they'll deny it. They'll deny it. All of them will. And I don't. That's okay. It's not a big deal. But I'll tell you something else. Tommy Tallarico asked me to do an interview with him, and I turned him down.
Wow. You should get that tattooed on your arm.
You know what I found out, Carl? And I'm gonna take this away. I'm gonna take this away from you. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, go for it. Go for it.
Carl was the only person to turn down a Tommy Tallarico interview until I heard that Tipster actually turned down a Tommy Tallarico
interview. Wow.
That's all right. That's all right.
I used to listen to that dude. I used to listen to Tipster for a little bit, but I don't listen to him anymore.
It's not like it carried around as a title or anything. I mean, it's just a point of fact.
No, dude, I respect that. You know,
I'm just saying he did mention that yesterday or the day before. It was sometime this week. He mentioned it because he was talking about Smash, and he mentioned that Tommy kept emailing him to set up an interview, and that he had turned him down because he wasn't really interested in the Amico.
And he was hoping that he could make him a shill. I think that's like the next step is the global expansion out to like bigger YouTubers. And see who they can shill along to. That was the ultimate plan. I think you start small, you get a aggressive group, and then you spread, and then you go for bigger ones, and then it was like a domination, like how to take over all the video game industry.
I know one thing.
They blew it.
I tell you one thing. I know who isn't an Amico fan.
Who's that?
RGT85 is not an Amico fan.
No, he's not. Huh. I think the plan was to recruit lower YouTubers, create a false hype, use that to recruit bigger YouTubers, create a false hype, and then like Dayzed Gamer said, to build up like a pyramid, like a scheme built around a pyramid, pyramid-shaped scheme to get YouTube.
Like what are those what are those called? Those companies, like those pyramid schemes, exactly. Yeah. Like where it's like the person at the top starts it and keeps shitting on the people below him.
Yeah, like almost like the guy at top was like a Mr. Ponzi, and it was a scheme.
The ultimate dude. He's like, we're just gonna enlist a bunch of people just to scam a bunch of other people and profit from it.
I mean, that's just how it goes. It's that's the way things ended up. And I'll be honest. I think this channel is has more subscribers than my last channel.
How many subscribers do you have, Carl?
38.
Oh wow.
38. Itty bitty micro eensy weeny subscriber number, but that's okay.
Hey man, you know what?
I started off with 13.
It just grows it. Yeah, I did, dude. I started off making videos like 4 or 5 years ago. Like if you look back at some of my old videos, and dude, like they didn't get any views. I didn't get subscribers for a long time. I don't know, man. The only time anybody's ever paid any attention to my content is when I freaking lay in a hammock and talk shit. And I love it, dude. Like it's nice.
Which will be finished first, Star Citizen or Amico? Well, there is a playable demo of Star Citizen.
Star Citizen is functional at the minimal. So I think Star Citizen has a better chance. But I realistically, I don't know, flip a quarter.
So, fuck, I lost my train of thought by yawning.
He's good.
I've lost my train of thought a few times.
Yeah, I started off with 13 subs on this channel, Carl. I remember, it's funny because I had 13 subs. I interviewed Tommy. Then he got all mad at me, was talking shit, and he was like,
"Yeah."
He was trying, dude. He was mad because he was trying to recruit you, dude.
Yeah, he was. But like a little while later, I think it was like a couple of weeks later, I made a video where I was joking that I was gonna have more subs than all the Amico fans and blah blah blah, right? Because I do stupid shit. So I made that video, right?
It's not a big deal.
And Tommy comes into the comment section to make fun of me, and maybe one day you'll have triple digits, and ha ha ha. Like, and like a week later, I had over 100 subs.
Hell yeah, man! See, he gave you the Tommy bump.
So,
here's a question. That just occurred to me. Who do you think is better with cults, Charles Manson or Tommy Tallarico?
I don't know. Tommy's cult is breaking apart. I mean, Manson literally had those people to commit murder. So he held those people to the end, dude, believing in his crazy ass.
Yeah, I will say if Tommy's cult, quote unquote, was as good as Charles Manson, I probably would be taken out by now. I mean, they had
you'd be dead, dude. You'd be dead. That's funny.
Chuck says that Tommy's the reason why he subbed. He said, I was like, oh, hell no, you don't talk shit to small dudes. Well, thanks, Chucks. I mean,
that's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a small channel, but as you can see,
we all are very small.
My reach is a lot further. Like, that's what I told Tommy. I was trying to explain to him how the internet works during our first interview because he was making fun. I was like, I'm going to make sure that everybody sees this interview. I was like, don't worry, we're going to get a lot of views on this. And with 13 subs, I still was able to get like 800 views on the video just off jump.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
it's like at 1,500 right now, I think.
I couldn't do that. I would not want to try to interview Tommy because I don't think I could put together a well enough interview like what I've heard some of y'all do.
Look at this way, Tony. Hitler was an artist, and look where he ended up.
Hold on, we got a celebrity. We got a celebrity in the house.
Ooh,
CM Retro Gaming's here. He was on the Amico After Dark, the missing Amico After Dark.
Yeah,
he was kind of critical. If CM Retro wants to get on, if he wants to hop on and discuss,
hey, come on in, CM.
Let me know. I will drop the link if you want to come on. Because we're willing to have both sides. That's the thing here on this channel. We're willing to talk. We're willing to give advice, say good things, say bad things. He says he's just a regular guy. Yeah, I was just playing. We're all celebrities, except for Saggy. Saggy's not a celebrity.
I mean,
that's funny. I honestly, until like very recently, did not know who all those people were.
Saggy does her thing. I mean, that's all.
It's funny. I'll tell you how like the only reason like I even started hearing about this. I mean, obviously, it's like I heard it from one of Pat's videos, and then I just randomly searched Amico one day, and one of Darius's videos popped up, and I watched that, and then I just stumbled down this rabbit hole of all you guys, and it's been a very interesting ride.
I say all the best stuff over here. I never got to say anything really interesting over there.
Well,
that's good.
We let him off the leash. We say, "Go ahead, Carl, do your thing."
Why not, man? It's not fair to take control and try to silence people.
I mean, hey, people call me the Mel Gibson of gabbing with geeks.
Yeah.
Except for Carl's not on the floor eating a cheeseburger, yelling at his daughter.
No. That's
the Baywatch guy.
David. That's David.
Hasselhoff.
What's Hasselhoff? Yeah, that's David Hasselhoff.
David Assholehoff.
Yeah, sure, why not? No, yeah, it's it's like Lethal Weapon. Tony is Danny Glover, and I'm Mel Gibson.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. you beat me to it.
I did drop the link in the chat. Hopefully only CM Retro gets it. There he is. Anyone else who tries to jump in, and I will not add you. All right. Welcome
What up,
to Gabbing.
boys?
Yo,
Howdy.
what up?
So
Oh, this isn't fair. Let me turn on my cameras just so we're at least even. That's not very fair. Oh,
I can turn
where's
mine
my
off. I have an Infinity Gauntlet, so
Oh, you got the Duke controller.
I saw the tag on this
There you go.
stream. What's up, Mike? Am I friends with Tommy? I am not friends with Tommy. I've had him on my live stream once, and I think I was on Retro Bros live stream, and he was on a couple times, and maybe a Smash JT stream, and he was there. It's not like I can, call Tommy right now or anything, but my experience with Tommy is, I like Tommy. Tommy's a nice guy. He's trying to get a console out, which isn't working out very well right now, but hey, he's trying, I guess.
okay. One second.
Okay.
Saggy
Cool.
Melonz has joined us, and I just gotta know,
Whoa.
She's the real celebrity.
how the fuck do you get that on there like that? I haven't
Invite
been able to figure out
Shaggy
how to
over.
get it.
Oh, okay, hold on. So
Hey, Shaggy, what up?
what up, Carl? How are you? So you know how in the settings you go to the settings, click the little icon for cam and mic, and then you go to green screen, and then you pick you upload your picture. So you'd want to upload that picture you have there onto there, and you put the fade all the way up to 100 because it's a green screen effect. So if you put it all the way up to 100, it'll just be a solid picture.
All right.
Little
Thank
trick
you,
I
thank you.
learned.
I've been trying to figure that out. I was like, how the fuck does she do that? That's I want to do that.
Yeah,
I
it's
wanna
a
be
whole
professional.
fade. It's a green screen thing. It's actually cool. I figured it out by accident too. I was playing around with the settings and I was like, oh wait, I can make this a whole picture. That's cool. What up, CM Retro?
What's up?
What's going on? I was like, I saw you in the chat. I was like, no way, he's gonna get on it. I gotta sneak on here.
Yeah, why
There's
not?
all-
I mean, listen, we're all cool. I did want to I was gonna make a video about it, but since we're here, I'll just talk about it now. I got my my email from Intellivision / Humble Bumble today about downloading all that stuff that we
Hey,
the pre-order.
Are you excited?
I wanted to ask someone something. How many songs are in that collection?
Oh well, hold on, I'll pull it up. But here's my thing. Like I tried to save it to a folder.
Uh-huh.
Let me. It's in some kind of weird drive.
Show. Sorry, I saw show in the chat. I love show.
Yeah, there are a bunch of nerds.
Everybody loves show.
See, I think the thing is, what happened?
I was going to ask you, what do you think about the MP3s? Was it a good gift?
She didn't pre-order.
I didn't pre-order yet, but I think so. I think at least it's something. But I mean, I don't know.
It could have been a lot. It could have been a lot better though.
It's $200 worth of music, and that's not nothing.
Well,
Right,
the thing is, like, I could go and watch video games live on YouTube right now.
Whew, that's
and
close.
save it as an MP3 or MP4 or whatever I wanted to save it. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. But when you download these things, I'm going to download it again right now. I just want to download this as an MP3. And when I go to show and folder, it won't give me any other options to download it any other way. It comes up as a... Well, it's still processing.
I mean, like...
But here's my thing. Don't send it to me in a zip drive. Send it to me as an actual MP3 or an MP4 or whatever it is. This is a...
Oh, here it is.
The
Whew.
folders
Close.
and video games live level 6 inside cover, and it's got Zelda, Final Fantasy. It's got like all the songs on there, but I can't open this.
You can't even figure out how to get the music.
You need it's a zip folder. Yeah, zip folders are a pain in the butt. You have to get like a program to open up a zip folder.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You need
so,
a WinZip.
So let me try and open this right now, right? Like I'm gonna open it. It says open file security warning. Do you want to open this file? Unknown publisher, type WinZip file. So when I hit open, it'll pop up with, like spammy thing that they always send you, like your free trial has expired. Would you like to buy now? So I gotta buy software to listen to my free shit?
No, there's a free software to extract.
Yeah, there's free software to extract zip files, but WinZip files are. I haven't seen a WinZip file in so long.
How about
really?
this?
I get them all the time, Shag.
Really? I haven't seen one in a while.
How about just send it to me as an MP3 or an MP4?
Yeah, see,
send it to me in a file that I can open right now.
I mean, probably because they wanted, give people more options, the ability to organize them all, stuff like that. If I had to guess,
you can still organize them by, if you have them in MP4s or MP3s, because you can just, list and do like alphabetical or whatever. But it's it's almost one of those things where it was like good initiative, bad judgment.
Here's the thing, like G10, 11, 8, it saves bandwidth. I guess with Humble Bundle sending it out like that, in order to send it through your email and all that, it's just easier to make it a zip file. Most of the press kits that I get come in zip files. I got to unzip everything.
Hey, who wants to see my... Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say I love 56K's warnings comment. Grandparents are going to call Best Buy Geek Squad for help.
Yeah.
Geek Squad being still relevant in 2021 cracks me up.
Who wants to see my elephant?
Whoa!
Not me. I'm out, dude. Bye.
No.
See y'all later.
There is an elephant. There is an elephant in my room. A literal elephant decoration.
Let's see the elephant, Carl.
Let's see it, dude.
All right, give me my.
All right, get ready to cross the mic out.
People were asking about this, so that's what it's.
Carl's elephant. I never thought I'd hear that sentence. Carl's elephant.
Mike's saying it's almost Amico After Dark. This is Amico After Dusk.
All right, here we go. This is a decoration in my room, so let me. Here it is.
Okay, I got my eyes closed. Is it okay to open them?
Yeah, go ahead. I told you it's just an elephant.
I just want to make sure.
Is that wooden or is that a toy?
It's wooden, I think, at least. Pretty sure it's wooden. Poor bastard hasn't been dusted forever.
That's what she said. How do you unzip? Yeah. So Mike Garcia wants to know, do you guys think Amico has a real market? CM Retro, you're the new guy here. What do you think?
I think they better get it in the hands of gamers who are going to keep this thing alive for another year. That way, a year from now, soccer moms and church groups will actually be interested in it because their kids are going to watch it on YouTube or Twitch or wherever, and they're going to watch people playing it. I think if they don't do something really, really quick, it's going to lose interest real fast.
I want to expand on CM's answer. How many people here go to church and watch The Passion of the Christ with said church?
As somebody who was working at a movie theater on opening night of Passion of the Christ, a lot of church groups would go and see it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so here's my point. How long Passion of the Christ it kind of faded quickly, the popularity. So
Carl, I kind of disagree with you.
Where are we?
I don't think. Well, I just don't think the popularity lasted enough. Is all I'm saying.
There was so much controvery around Passion of the Christ. What happened? It was talked about for a whole year, but eventually it died down. But that's a movie. Movies and gaming, you can't really compare as far as popularity because, like, unless it's
You
a
don't think?
franchise, like Marvel movies and DC, yeah, people, if it's a one movie thing, it's not gonna stick for a while. You watch it, you move on.
That's a good point, I guess.
But to just say, to add to what CM Retro said, as somebody who played the Amico, I've been saying for a while, like, I understand people's criticisms. I've been telling people for a while, like, I understand the criticism, but like the videos that you guys are seeing, like, it doesn't do it justice. And it's really sad that when you watch a video, you watch people playing it in a video, it's not that same thing as like experiencing it, because it is a console that's meant to be played with more people. So if you're seeing it being played by someone, like, to us, it like doesn't look wow or at all. But when you're playing it with people and you're actually seeing that you're having fun with it, because like I just said, I'm not a retro gamer. I don't have the Switch. I don't actually like the Nintendo Switch. I play PlayStation 4, and I said from day one when I met Tommy, this doesn't seem like it's going to be something I would like. I don't think there's going to be something I'm going to like on this. And here I am playing friggin' Shark with a person that's around my age and 2 kids, and we're having a blast, you know. And I think that's the thing, is that it's
well, here's my question for you, Saggy.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Not to cut you off, but
No, go ahead.
You said you're sitting there playing Shark, having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it the setting that you were enjoying, or was it the game? Like, if it wasn't Shark, if you were playing Madden, would it have been the same experience? Would you still have had fun?
Ew.
You see what I'm saying?
So I've played games with people that, you know, with groups of friends, like at, you know, little get-togethers and stuff, and I play games like that, and no, I'm not having fun playing the game. I'll have fun with the people, but not the game. But as far as, like, for instance, I played what was that game that I sucked at?
Hades?
No, it was Biplanes. I played Biplanes. God, I hated that game. That game was not fun. I couldn't understand the controls. Like, Cyrus was kicking my butt. For some reason, he understood the controls. I didn't understand how the controls worked. So I was like, this game is definitely not one of the games I would get for myself, because this one is not fun. So, I mean, there were some games that I did have fun playing. Shark was kind of fun, because, you know, you're playing as a little fish and you eat the other fish, you grow big. And then, you know, once you're the bigger fish, you can start eating the other people that are playing with you. And I was just kicking Retro Bro's butt because he was a small fish. And it was a fun game. It is something you can play with multiple people and have fun. We played the emoji game too, which was kind of fun. But
Boo.
I don't doubt that the tech isn't fun to play with, but I think, like, the main problem has just been the execution and the delivery.
I mean, that's fair.
Were you there, CM Retro? Were you at the event?
You're talking about the one at Retro Bros house in the Crayola event?
Yeah, were you chanting and sacrificing virgins like the rest of them?
No, I was not. I was not there. I was actually going to go, but I worked some overtime on Friday, and then my kids and wife were sick, so I just kind of packed it in and stayed home. But I would have been able to play.
I wasn't sure if you had already played it.
No, you know, and you know, things that we praised the Amico team for pre E3, like, you know, transparency and coming on people's streams and showing us all these little new things that they were doing, even though they weren't exactly right. And then sort of at E3, I just noticed, like, you're marketing this to outside gamers, outside the gaming community, but you didn't put a release date. You didn't say where soccer moms could get this console. I knew something bad was going to come. And the second thing here is, you know, with these chip shortages, is it a chip shortage, or you don't want to pay the higher price for the chips? And the backup point to that is, those chips that may not have anything to do with the games, why can't I buy my games on the 10th? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of like weird stuff going on over there.
Well, the component issue is a thing that's real, because I've heard this even from GameStop employees. When I just my PlayStation 4 recently just broke, and I was like trying to say, like, how could I get it? Because I have connections at GameStop. So I called him. I was like, dude, my PlayStation 4 broke. I'm going to be without a PlayStation. And I was talking about, like, getting a PlayStation 5 and stuff. The first thing they said to me is, like, you do know there's, like, a part shortages going around, right? So, like they're not coming out the PlayStation 5 because there's component shortages across the board. Because that's why, like, even GameStop has been affected by it. Because I had to get my PS4 Pro ordered, because they don't even have them in the stores, because they're not sending them out, because they do have... And part shortages.
let's say that there is an actual chip shortage. They haven't turned the switch on the chip machine on in China, but when they are making more chips, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, all the other electronics manufacturers, who's going to get them first? All those big manufacturers or Team Intellivision?
Yeah,
So it's like,
all
how
the big
much
ones.
longer? How much? I would almost say that there will probably be another delay.
Hey
Well,
Tony,
here's
how
the
much?
thing. Here's what
Tony,
I'm-
how much did you say? How much did you say they could have made those a year and a half ago, or like a year or so ago? 170.
It was the BOM, the bill of materials was about 160. Was
Right.
one of the offers they got, and then they turned that down. From my
If they
understanding,
had taken, I'm saying, if they had taken that, and if he had gone with that, I think this system could have taken off. But at this point, I think it's too late. Like all the momentum has been let out of the whole project
all
that
the
they
airs
had
out of
going.
the
That's how I feel. Like this
And-
third delay has just
Well,
has
here's the
really
thing.
Someone
Here's
said
what
that
I
the
wanna-
angered a lot of people.
someone in the chat said Evercade is still on schedule. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, we typically ignore the chat when we're around here seeing retro. So
Oh
we ain't
shit, I'm
worried
sorry,
about
bro.
It's all right. I try to read. I
You're
Ignore
just
the
try
ignore your
to
chat.
read.
What the heck? What kind of
I
YouTube
try to
Ignore
read
channel
those
is this?
guys.
Every
This
time
is,
I try to read the comments, people can hear me heavy breathing, and it's just yeah.
well, here's what I want to ask, because do you like the chip shortage is real? We know it's real.
Yeah, it's
But
real.
PlayStation 5, they made 10 million already, and television has made 0. Do you
They can't
actually
afford.
think
They can't afford to pay the higher price.
Right.
Yeah, but do you think the chips that are in the PlayStation 5 are actually in the Amico? Is that
That's an interesting question.
No, wasn't it a 2016 smartphone technology?
that's what I'm saying? So when you're comparing the chip shortage for PlayStation, those are new chips. The chip
Right.
shortage for Intellivision is a different issue.
Right,
Yeah,
but chip shortage. So
we're
outdated.
comparing apples to
but-
oranges here, but
right.
I'm just saying, like, when we start making these magic electronic parts again, whatever they are, because today it's a chip, tomorrow it's a capacitor, then the next
Right.
week it's a diode. All
Then
these
it's an
parts
then
have
it's an
to be-
implant.
yeah,
If they can
have
hook
to
it
be
up
made
directly to
somewhere.
your brain.
But also, just to add, like, we're talking about newer technology versus older technology. They're gonna be obviously phasing out older technology, so there is gonna be, if there's shortages for the higher tech, there's definitely gonna be major shortages with lower tech, because people are trying to move away from that stuff.
Yeah, they're still
move and
making. They're still producing those.
Right, they still produce the old stuff because some of the old stuff like still use them, but eventually those are going to fade out. So there's probably less people producing the older technology for the companies that need them, because they really want to probably move on to the newer tech to get more money to start working for those bigger companies that are getting up there. So I mean, it is possible that because you guys said that the components that are in the Amico are a little older, that it's more definitely plausible that there's a reason why there's not being chips made for that, because it's outdated technology.
I know they're definitely in a pickle. It's like it just could have been, and imagine what could have been
Well,
for the
Nick
Amico.
Richards,
I think it's
the
over.
CFO. I don't want to cut you off, sorry, Days, but the
That's all
CFO
good.
Nick Richards said that the chips that they needed, they stopped producing them. That the company that made those chips, they stopped.
Oh, no way.
Yes,
Really?
He said that in the interview that I did with him. He said that they stopped producing them. But
I didn't hear that.
Luckily, another company needed those chips, forced the manufacturer to make another run, and that they were able to.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that.
Piggyback off of the other manufacturer. I guess they went something like, "Hey, you're forcing company B to make chips for you. Tell them to make an extra 10,000, and we'll buy them off you." Or whatever the deal ended up being. So they got a certain amount of chips from that, but after those chips run out, that's it. They're out of those chips. Those chips are gone, never to be manufactured again.
Or
So we're looking at
how
how many did you say? 10,000? You think?
I just threw out a number.
made?
I don't remember.
And I don't think there's a way to predict that either. That if when stuff decides that they don't want to produce certain components anymore because they want to work on other newer components. So I don't think there's a way to really properly predict when they decide, oh, well, we're going to stop making this now. I just found out there was a service I used to help me with my video editing to download videos off of YouTube that I've been using for the last few months that just recently shut down. It was like, yep, we can't do this anymore. So I had to find another service to use. So again, you can't predict when these things decide that they're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, this is true.
That is true.
To sensible person's point, he said it's always an issue. Tommy likes to say he's not competing with Sony, but he is for manufacturing, retail, consumers.
He is only
and developers.
competing with the big tech.
Well, here's the thing. Even if he's not using the same tech as the bigger companies,
The same
they are going to be
resources.
the manufacturers, the manufacturing lines. Obviously, Sony's going to be like, well, if I can get 20 lines, give me 20 lines. Cutting out Tommy's lines, he's not going to be able to pick up.
It's like this. You know, take a store like Walmart, you know, and companies are always competing for shelf space. You know, who do you think they're going to... I'm just saying, like, as in terms of priority, who do you think they're going to pick? They're going to pick the ones that they know will sell more stuff.
Right. Just to add to what you responded to, Tony, what Lorenzo asked, it's not even just the fact that the newer chips cost too much. It's they already spent the money on the older chips already, so that would be money lost and a bunch of components that they no longer have use for. So it would be literally a waste of the money they already spent. So it would be kind of pointless for them to already have spent that money on components that they no longer have access to just to get all the newer chips. Because what are they going to do? Resell those components? No one's going to buy them off them.
Yeah, this is true. I think they need to investigate, the recycling bins at like the old phones where you turn in your old phones. They might find some chips there. Cut a deal.
Yeah, what if they could just like buy up a bunch of old phones? Is that actually possible?
I think that actually could probably be possible.
I have an old phone Tommy can buy.
Well, here's the thing. If the
you wouldn't give it to him, you'd make him buy it, Carl.
So hell yeah, he can buy it.
So
we will organize a phone drive for the Amico.
Well, no, I was going to say
I got some spares.
That's actually not a bad idea because if you think about it, I've worked at phone companies, and what happens when people turn in their old phones, they usually go back to be used as like your insurance policies, right? So if you lose a phone, break a phone, you have insurance, you're going to get a refurbished phone. Now, there are warehouses that literally stockpile all of these old phones, and a lot of these old phones do also get sold to other phone companies so that they can sell them at cheaper prices, like Metro PCS or Cricket or things like that. So they actually could possibly try to reach out to these phone companies if this chip is the same chip used in some of these older phones and actually get them from there if they wanted to, because there's a bunch of old Android phones just sitting there in a warehouse.
Well,
so
Retro says they have most of the components. They're having issues getting the screens. Yeah. Well, old phones have screens too, so they can, pop those right off.
There are just not just the standard Android phones. There's also the old tablets.
Yeah, there's old tablets and stuff too. Yeah, you're right.
But see, here's the thing. Like, not to attack Retro Bro, I'm not trying to attack him, but I always hear this a lot. They have most of the components. They're having issues getting the screens. Well, most is not all. Most is not everything but screens. So most still means there's other things besides the screens they need. So
do we have enough room? Sorry, go on.
I'm saying the statement isn't like, well, they only need screens, which is how you're trying to throw it out. But it's actually saying they need screens plus some other stuff you don't know about. So we're back at the same point that we are.
Do we have enough room in the party for... Yeah, I'll invite the guy in. Come on. What do you say, Retro Bro?
By the way, I do want to say to Ninja Kitty, the controllers do work. Now, do they have some games that they still need to calibrate for some of them with the controllers? I'm sure. That's like any other, a lot of companies, they figure. But my thing is, like, the controllers for the games that we've played so far, they do work. And they work very well. The first thing I said, the first thing that came out of my mouth once I touched the controller and played a game was, where is this lag people were talking about? Because it really does. There was no problems with the controller for the games that we were playing that were all set and ready to go. So the controllers do work. Yes, they're going to still be working on stuff because I'm sure they have a ton of games that they have working on that they are calibrating with the controllers. It's going to take some time for that to be finished too. There's probably a lot more games. They're focusing on the games that are going to be launched with the console.
Mike
we're-
says the
we're
Playdate screen
2
is a
months-
piece of shit.
We're 2 months away from when we should have been launching, and they still haven't figured out the controls yet. That's sort of spooky to someone that wants to invest, $250 in this console and maybe another $100 in games. It's like,
Well, here's the thing. What games? Because I don't fully know. Because people always ask me, I'm like, I don't even remember. What 6 games are coming with the Amico at launch?
Oh, I know this one.
Carl.
So the
Carl.
one is unannounced, but there is Astro Smash, Farkle, Shark, Cornhole, and oh fuck, I forget the other one.
Skiing.
I don't think that was the
Skiing,
name of
yeah,
the game.
thanks. No, that's literally the name, Skiing.
Yeah, it is the skiing.
I meant.
Fuck! I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
That's for the old folks.
Yeah, okay.
That's the new Brain Duel. That's Brain Duel 2. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was doing.
That's
Damn.
Peggle.
So Astro Smash. Which one was Farkle again?
The
That's,
dice
Yahtzee.
game.
Yahtzee.
Oh, the dice game. I didn't play that one. So the 3 games that you mentioned that I played: Astro Smash, skiing. What was the other one? Not cornhole, because we didn't play cornhole. So I can tell you right now, Astro Smash is done. Moon Patrol's done. Finnegan Fox. What the hell? The skiing one was. Those games that I
Fuck
played.
again, Fox.
Yes, those games that I played were good. Those games were
Okay.
good. The controls worked. The games were finished. It was good.
Let me ask you this, Saggy, because you're the only one who's played before Retro Row gets on.
Mm-hmm.
You said they're done. So have you played that game from start to finish?
Well, no, we didn't have time to play start to finish.
So then how do you know it's done?
Well, we were told they were done.
Okay, so that's all I want to know, because you could make a demo that has 3 levels. You play it for 10 minutes. You never get to level 4, so you don't know that level 4, 5, 6, and 7 aren't finished. Is what I'm getting at.
I asked if it was finished. The answer was yes.
I mean, it is usually when they demo stuff, they don't give you access to everything. But again, that's just in my general experience, limited. So
We did not play. There was demos that were played at the actual event, but the ones we played at home were not demos.
sorry about that. Didn't mean to heavy breathe.
Retro Bro says there was a save file on Finnegan Fox that was a completed save. In the video that Tommy went to the Smoke, where he was with the Smoke playing Finnegan Fox, the save file said Rick on it, which is the name of the fox in Fox and Forest. So at the very least, that part of the game wasn't complete. They didn't finish the the UI for that game.
Well, like I said, we played. There was one system that had. There was, I think, 2. Was it 2 systems? No, one system that did have had demos on them, but the other one system that we played on had finished games. It was finished. Like it was more finished than the other one. I will say that. And yes, I do understand the whole thing with cornhole. As far as like the game itself, I believe, and this is just what I don't have confirmation, so this is just my thoughts on it, is that I believe that it is done, but I do believe that like as far as the levels and the way it's made, it's done. But I do think that it has a few kinks that they're working out. Kind of like how when you get a game, and as far as we know, the game is done, but we get patch notes, right? Or we get patch notes to fix things in the game, nerfing or buffing things. So for the most part, the games are done, but I'm sure that some of them, they're probably making sure that they are perfect as possible before launch. So they probably do have some things they need to tweak on it. Like maybe there's a game where something is moving faster than it should, that makes it unfair, so they're trying to tweak it so it's more balanced. But as far as like the levels, the designs, that's for the most part all complete. It's just certain things that they probably want to tweak to make it work a little bit smoother, to be as perfect as it could be upon launch.
Yeah, that makes
With
sense.
any,
Go ahead, Carl.
I said, with any luck, they're not going to let CD Projekt Red make their games.
Yeah, we don't want buggy messes. Here's my question. If they ship the games and they need a day 1 patch, how many older grandparents, non-gamers are gonna understand that they need to patch their games? Like, how many people are gonna buy them? That you don't
might
need
have
the internet, right? You don't need the internet to play the.
Oh,
6
you
games
need
on
the internet.
console.
You need the internet. You
So-
need the internet hooked up.
So I'm not
Not
gonna
to play
lie
the
to
6.
you. I'm not gonna lie to you because again, I've worked at phone companies. It's kind of similar to when older people have smartphones and they don't update their apps or update their software. They come in with their phone problems, like, why is this app not working anymore? It's like, well, did you update it? What's an update? Okay, give me your phone so I can update it for you. So I would say older, if it's somebody like older, and here's the thing, I don't think grandparents are necessarily going to buy the Amico, right? I don't think grandparents are going to buy the Amico. I think people that their children and their grandchildren would have the Amico. Like I think CM Retro would buy an Amico and then say, hey, Mom, do you want to try this game with me? It's something I want to play with you. I don't think grandparents will have this thing at their house and know that they need to update it. So I don't think that's really a big concern.
Now, Saggy, I happen to know there's an 80-year-old woman on YouTube playing Skyrim.
Skyrim Grandma. She's awesome. That's literally her name, CM.
Yeah, I've heard
What is
she's
it?
famous. She's
Yeah.
YouTube famous.
Well,
Oh yeah,
here's-
big. You,
To go to G1011H's point, he's saying you're still relaying unverifiable statements from parties that have already made verifiably false statements. So to phrase this better, to phrase this in a way that's not attacking, but do you believe that if the games were unfinished, Tommy would have told you that? If you said, hey, Tommy, is the games finished? Do you think
Yes.
he would actually
Yes,
say they're not finished?
I think he would have said, yeah, that he would have said, yeah, they're not fully finished. I think it would have told us that, yeah.
Because I mean, like I said, I don't know. I can't verify it one way or the other.
Well,
Obviously,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can only go by the information that I'm being told because I don't work for Intellivision. I'm not a video game developer or anything like that. So I have to go by the person who actually is doing this. So if I ask him, hey, is the game finished? And he says yes, I kind of have to believe that what he's telling me is the truth because I don't know otherwise, and I have no way to prove otherwise either.
Ninja Kitty wants to know, what does Hammock Guy think about the games? It's Hammock Man.
Oh, he's the hammock guy?
Yeah, that's Hammock Guy.
he's Hammock Man.
I thought
and
his
here
name
to
looked
save the
familiar.
day.
I was sitting there in my head when I was watching the stream. I was like, why does that name ring a bell? And I was like, oh, he's the guy who does the videos in the hammock.
That's me. What do I think about the games? I mean, I haven't played them, so obviously I can't speak to that. But I just I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. To me, it's not for me. How about that? I'll say the games don't look like they're for me. I'm sure there's some fun to be had in those games, and for the certain person, that would be for them. But that's it's not for me. So
yeah, that's fair.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's always been fair when people say, well, this doesn't look like it's for me. It's like, I thought that too. So, but I mean, like I said, if you haven't played it, how would you know? And I would hope one day, and I've been telling Tommy, it's like, please, Tommy, do more events like this. Let people play it, because I feel like if they had the opportunity to play it, they would understand a little bit better. And even if they still don't like it at the end of the day, then there you go. If they don't like it, they don't like it. They don't have that. Now they know. Now you have the statistics on what the public thinks.
That's the thing. I don't question that the games, couldn't be fun. I don't even think that's really what's important now. I think just what's important now is where the company is at. I mean, the games part isn't even. I don't know. That's not really the interesting part to me even right now, because you can see them. I mean, I'll be honest. I actually played Moon Patrol on the Intellivision app, and it's actually somewhat of an enjoyable game.
It's hard.
It is hard, but it doesn't matter. I mean, why? At some point, you just got to get these games out into people's hands. I mean, I think that's the main issue. And if you can't do that, then this thing is dead.
Yes,
because where are they going to get money from? I mean, honestly, they should start selling the thing that's important. I think they should just start selling the quote unquote physical media boxes. I mean,
And
why not,
and
man? It's something.
I'll tell you what
Especially if
they
there's
need
like
to
some,
do.
especially if there's some trinket in there, there's value in that. I mean, it's like you got to get. Oh my god, my cat is literally chewing on my freaking
yeah, and
headphone. Get out of here! Jeez.
once people have bought
Shock
the
yourself,
physical media,
fucker.
once people bought the physical media, they're almost certain to buy the console, right? I mean,
Well,
they gotta have
not
something to play the games on.
necessarily, but at least
They gotta have
I mean, because
they gotta have something to play their games on.
the box art is cool. I mean, it would be an interesting thing just to put on your shelf. I mean, other people might buy it. I mean, it's some way to get money in to a company
sure.
that's
And all
desperately needing money.
all the little tchotchkes and accessories, the overlays for the controllers, the little purses and whatever it is that you carry.
I mean, how hard would it be to print up a bunch of keychains? Like how hard
I
would
got
that
a better
be?
idea. I got a better idea.
Let's hear it.
Forever, put a joint in every physical edition.
Dude, I'll buy 12 if the price is good.
I guarantee you they will sell that shit out.
Okay, let's we're roping it back in. You guys always wander. You meander.
That was Carl's fault. That was Carl's fault.
Yeah.
That is also Carl's fault.
I do agree. They need to kind of start generating revenue.
Here's to Lorenzo Sleestack saying it's a major problem if a console's games only look cool in person.
Sorry, I
Uh-oh.
was taking
I
a sip of
don't
something.
agree with that.
It's not about the games look cool. Look, when I said the game, like it's better in person and it doesn't do it justice. I'm not saying like the games don't only look cooler in person. I'm talking about like this experience, like having the controller in your hand, playing it. Yeah, it's literally the experience, like having the control in your hand, playing these games that we've been talking about, arguing, fighting over for like years. It's literally the experience. The games look obviously a little bit better when you're in person because depending on what screen, we had a really nice TV to play on, but overall, like I said, it's mostly just the experience, having it in your hand. And I do agree. I really think that especially with this delay, this is the time. I personally feel like they really need to do more events like the Creole event and the Texas event and get this in the hands of
anything. It's been silence.
Right. Because it would be it'd be so much better to give you all the opportunity to like really get your hands on it just so you can like fully understand, because like I said, we could talk about this till we're blue in the face. Until you have this in your hand and play it, then is the time when everyone can just like shut up. Because, like, you're either going to like it or you're going to hate it. But at least now you played it. No one can say nothing to you. Okay, well, Tony finally played it. He still doesn't like it. I can't say shit to him after that. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry.
What do you think about what do you think about the free gift?
What do I think about the free gift? I mean, it's something. Most companies don't give you nothing. They'd be like, hey, guess what? This game is going to be delayed. Tough cookies. You're just going to have to wait a little longer.
Yep. That's true.
I would have liked to have seen the free gift be at least an empty box or a box with a code in it.
Yeah,
that would have been something. That would have gotten some excitement. Oh, look, I got one. I want to complete the set and buy the other games.
Okay, here's the thing. Saggy says that other companies don't give you stuff for
not always,
right? But here's the thing though. Can Intellivision afford to lose you? CD Projekt Red can afford to lose pre-order customers and then pick them up later.
Yeah, people are going to play that game.
Afford to lose customers. Giving us something is to keep us hooked in. Is don't cancel your pre-order. We're giving you $200 worth of music. Stick with us. I know CM Retro. I'm in the same way. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I think that's the intention behind it. Was like, hey, we're giving you some stuff. Don't cancel your pre-order.
But they also, Tony, they also have to give you stuff that they don't have to lose money on either. Because if they if it was Sony, right? I would expect a company that makes so much money off of us, if they were to say, hey, this thing's get delayed. Okay, well then could you hook us up with something for the inconvenience? Sony could afford to spend a few million to supply something worthwhile, but television right now they're not there. They put more money into this company than they're making right now at all, because this thing isn't even out. They don't even have revenue coming in from what they're putting in. So
Well,
they
here's the
can't even
thing.
afford to do more than something than that. If we're going to be honest.
But here's the thing, and I said this, maybe you missed it because you guys came in late.
Yeah.
But I said that instead of giving us the video game lives music, they should have gave us the music for the current Amico games. You know, Astro Smash, Biplanes, Breakout. That way you could listen to the music and just, oh man, I can't wait to play this game. You know, the third level of Moon Patrol, the music looks so awesome, sounds so awesome.
I like that idea.
That would get people pumped. I haven't heard the music for the game, so I would at least download it and listen to them. Say, hey, you know what?
That's all. That would be a good idea.
Well, there's a lot of people that might not be into that music. There might not a lot of people that would be into Tommy's music. They just bought the system because they thought it was going to be good for his game.
Right.
For the game.
Now, Tony, you mentioned that there's them giving you the middle finger, right? Well, at least you didn't get somebody's middle finger in a box.
What? I would like
whose middle finger? Whose middle finger though? Like all the
Chuck's is saying that they should just release a new demo. He was talking about when Saggy says people need to play it. Why don't they just release more demos? They were supposed to release demos on a schedule. You got 2 demos and then it just the faucet turned off, no more demos. The app is rotting.
They don't have money for the marketing team.
I mean, I'm not sure, but like I said, I just know that as far as the console and the delay, because I haven't spoke about it, because I told myself after I played it, I'd just talk about my experience, my trip, and after that I was just gonna, because it wasn't really much I could say, because at this point it's like I played it, I know what it does, I know what it is, I know the games that are coming. There wasn't really much I could say anymore to I guess convince people, because I think for the most part everyone kind of has their mind somewhat made up, with a little wiggle room for possibility of a change of opinion, but I don't think anything I would say would kind of impact any of that change. So I was just like, I'm just gonna wait. So when the delay happened, everyone was like, Saggy, why don't you talk about it? I partially kind of felt like it was going to happen, just because I did know that there was issues, especially with the pandemic and the chip shortages and the component shortages was a thing. So I was like, there is a very big likelihood that it was going to get delayed. And I don't know. I mean, it sucks, but if this is going to be a good thing that I want to see come out and that I want to see people enjoy and play because I had fun with it, then the only thing I can do is just say, hopefully they take this time to really get that marketing out, to get this in the hands of more people, to get them excited for when it does come out, because that's where I feel they should really focus on this whole marketing thing, is make sure that they do more events like this if they can, because that would be great. The more of you guys that can play it, that's what I want to see. I want everybody to be able to have the chance to test it out to see.
Okay,
if
breathe, Saggy, breathe. You're reiterating the same points.
I gotta say,
the sales pitch.
Hold on. Saggy, we love you here on the channel, but
no, I'm a shush.
You're repeating yourself over and over.
I know,
and over
I do
again.
it all the time. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop.
CM Retro, do you think they should put out more demos? What do you think?
Absolutely. Anything that they can do to keep interest in this console, at least to buy themselves time, would obviously be a plus. I mean, this hiding behind chip shortages and COVID and whatever is kind of, it's not a good look. I'll say that. And this came up in one of my streams. It's like, well, if Nintendo did that and if Sony did that, you know what? Nintendo has 40 years in this country of making superior products. So yes, there is a double standard, and yes, the big three get a pass. I mean, it's just so.
Actually,
they have a history of success.
In order for the Amico to stay relevant, yeah, they need to put out demos and more advertisements.
Actually, do you remember the PlayStation Plus scandal during the PlayStation 3 days?
I'm not saying that those three companies haven't screwed up, but I'm saying that they have a legacy in this country.
Well,
I don't give two shits about PS3 online nonsense.
Well, what I'm saying is back then, someone hacked them. It's pretty bad, apparently. And to make up for it, they gave all the people a choice of one game out of a set. Like, you get to pick between Infamous or this or that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that now.
That's a good
Luke.
deal.
Luke, I'm gonna blow your mind.
A free Intellivision game download code through the email.
All right, I'm going to get to this comment on the screen because we've been having it on the while. Retro Bro wants to know, he says, I didn't put up money for the Crayola event. I don't know why people think I did. I will tell you why people think you did. I will tell you why people think you did. The original Next Level Gamer, Mike Mullis, had a stream. And in the stream, he directly said, we need to thank Retro Bro for putting it all together, paying for the event, paying for the after party, blah, blah, blah. And I think DJC's friend who was there, he also did a thing, and he said we had to thank Retro Bro for paying for everything. So those two individuals have contributed to people's view of Retro Bro paying for the Crayola event. This wasn't just like some narrative that we've made up in our mind and just.
I think maybe what they were talking about is, there was a thing at Retro Bro's house, and he paid for, dinner and drinks and all that stuff. So maybe they're getting the two things confused. But I don't know.
Yeah, because as far as I know, the events that he didn't have to pay for the event itself. He did provide food for us and drinks, and he provided the space for us to hang out in when we were at his house.
I would hope
not at the Crayola event.
I would hope Intellivision is not at a state where they would require Retro Bro to pay for their Crayola event.
Yeah, no, that Retro Bro just kind of found the.
If they are, then they are totally screwed.
Yeah, no.
How could they not have the money to pay to put on their own event? I would hope.
Yeah, no, he didn't pay for that event. He paid for us at his house for the food and stuff. Which, by the way, I had cannolis for the first time that were actually really good. And I was very appreciative of the cannoli.
Did he pay for all the White Claw?
Yes, he did. I think he did pay for all.
Okay, now
that's a bribe.
Something is bugging me.
Uh-oh.
Poor CM and Saggy are left all alone in the bottom row.
Well, that's the pro Amico row. Top Amico row is us.
Yeah, the haters are above us. We're holding up the haters.
Yeah.
By the way, can I address Luke's comment, please?
Which one?
There's go for it.
No, Luke, underneath that one. So to answer the first part of that question, for the record, I don't pre-order anything except for pops because I collect pops and I do pre-order pops, so I make sure I get one. But as far as gaming consoles, I usually just wait till they come out and then I buy them. So I don't.
That's smart.
Not a damn thing.
I wouldn't pre-order one of those right now because it's not a sure thing, even close.
Right, well, I wanted to pre-order, but I was like, do I? Because I have a pop addiction, so the money I would spend to pre-order the Amico could be go to my addiction to pops.
Don't pre-order, not a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't pre-order consoles.
Not a damn thing.
And to go about your second opinion, your comparison to marijuana, most people who sell marijuana, it's actually more profitable for them to not consume their own product. So it actually makes more sense that they don't smoke marijuana if they want to sell it.
Okay, so currently we have 20 people watching the live stream. It kind of seems like everybody here is actually a YouTuber. We have just the entire Amico community is here watching. Is anyone actually not making videos that's in the chat? Because this is very weird. Very weird. We got Gen X Gamer, we got Retro Bro, we got Dorkalicious.
Retro Bro, get your ass in here.
He said he was wrapping something up, Carl. Give him a second.
I think this is something that people will listen to once it's recorded.
Just bugging me that you two were left all alone down there.
That's right. Didn't the Marlboro guy die from smoking, though?
He might have.
I think he died.
Probably. He is called the Marlboro Man. I mean,
Cannolis are good. Cannolis are some good shit.
Yeah, it's good.
I never liked them because I was told they were made out of cream cheese, and I'm very picky with what goes in, what I put cream cheese on. I'm usually just a bagel person. I'm kind of boring, but I think Retro Advisory Board brought them from New York, and they were absolutely freaking delicious.
Hey, when are we getting this Guru Larry video, by the way?
The what?
I told you it's coming at the end of the stream. You got to hold on for the entire stream to get Guru Larry's videos.
Hey, Shaq,
I'm curious to hear his take.
Saggy,
how
I was wondering,
Geek Getaway
now that
gets you. It's like a Marvel.
now
Marvel
that Hades
thing.
is out, when are you gonna grab it, Saggy?
When what?
Hades.
Now
Wants to
that
know when you're gonna
Hades
pick up
is
Hades.
out, when are you going to grab it?
Who the fuck
It's on
is
the PS4
Blu-ray?
now. You don't have any excuse not to play it.
I don't know. I actually haven't played many games. I started playing Fortnite, unfortunately.
Boo!
Dude,
Oh
I'm
my
an
God.
I'm an Apex Legends player. Do you know
Cringe.
how easy it is for me to win in friggin' Fortnite when I come from a game like Apex Legends? Fortnite's so freaking easy.
I cannot win in Fortnite because I don't understand the concept of building to survive.
I
I'm
don't
literally
care.
only
Listen,
shoot.
I didn't either.
To play that.
I hated Fortnite and I thought it was stupid, but I'm telling you, it's really funny and crazy how amazing it is when you're in a fight and you can just
No.
build a wall and run away, and then people.
No, I
will,
get
like,
it. I play with my son. That's the only reason I would play
Yeah,
because
me
he
too.
like begged me to play.
Oh,
And he's
it's-
fucking phenomenal at it. He
Yeah,
carries us and
mine
gets us
too.
wins. I might get like a kill or two, just luck. But it's pretty. I only enjoy it for playing with him. But we don't play it
build,
anymore.
Yeah, I don't build too often. Like, so I'm still practicing the building aspect of it, but I can still win a game without building a damn thing. So it's
I
like
would rather. I like Call of Duty. That's what I mean. If I'm going to play a shooter, I'm playing Call of Duty.
I haven't played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2.
There's the new one. The Cold War is pretty good.
Here's a question for everybody. Why does every Amico chat, every Amico stream always devolve into people talking about other games that are not Amico?
Because I'm the life of the party.
Because it's
that's
more
why.
interesting. It's more interesting.
Because we like other things, Tony. It's not all about the Amico. Tony? Didn't I tell you?
The Amico is just depressing right now. Like, right. I'm ready to like just walk off. Did you see Cyrus Martin's farewell video?
Oh Jesus!
He's done talking. He's done talking about the Amico. Like,
for Tony's question.
That dude is depressed. He's taking this hard. Y'all need to check in on him.
Well, you know what it is? It's like.
All right, hold up, Saggy. CM Retro wants to talk. I see him. He keeps trying to keep talking over the man. Let the man talk.
I just want to answer your question because we don't have the Amico in our hands right now to talk about it. Like, hey, how far did you get in Moon Patrol? I don't know. The demo only lets me get to level 3. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe when we start getting the console and start getting we'll have a little bit more to talk about.
I mean, yeah. But what I was gonna say too, I've said this to Tony. I'm like, we all have more in common than we have differences of opinion. Like, for the most part, we all are usually on the same page when it's about talking about gaming. But the Amico is the only thing that we literally fight over, and it's like crazy because like I've had a lot of talks with like Tony, Carl. I just met you. You seem cool, even though you're not a big fan of the Amico. But it's like we have more in common than we do this one thing we hate.
Right. Absolutely. It's like politics. It's literally like the same thing that's happening in the real world right now.
Right.
Everybody has everything in common except for who they voted for.
Right.
Don't worry, Amico, my pet.
If we had more conversations,
not at all.
If we had more conversations like this with each other, I think it wouldn't be as like crazy as it has been for the last like few months.
It should have been this way from the beginning, but I think that was the problem. It was just like at the beginning, it was just like a silence. Like, you guys don't need to be talking like this. Like, no criticism. From what I've gathered. I wasn't there all along, but from what I've gathered, that's what I hear.
Well, no.
Both of you are wrong, and I want to explain why.
Uh-oh.
He who shall not be named would have made a video about it. Voldemort, you know who I'm talking about, Saggy. Yeah. He would have made a video about it, on and on and on, all the awful people out there who think they're gamers would have replied to it. That's the problem.
Here's the thing. First off, Dayzed Gamer, you're too close to the mic. We're getting way too much.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Thank you. I told you to tell me.
Maybe he likes it. Maybe he's hungry.
Secondly,
I'm just kidding.
Secondly, okay. Juxtaposition says, "Here's the reality. If Tommy hadn't created the us versus them narrative, most folks in this stupid narrative could 100% come together over other games and hang out and be fine. I mean, we have to at least admit that there is a little bit of Tommy's fingers in this whole idea of us versus them. I've always been open to have people come on my streams I've always been willing to talk to anybody. You know, I was on Saggy stream. I was on Mad Max. I was on Cyrus. You know, videos started coming down. You know, people started attacking me. To Carl's point, if some crazy is making videos, you just ignore it. There's no point in even responding to it. I've had a fellow make about 6 videos on me. I think that's what he's made. I haven't responded to a single one.
Voldemort? Yeah.
Mhm.
I did ask him why
That's
he's
his new
calling you.
name. I think his new name's got to be Voldemort.
Well, see, the reason why I have to disagree, because Tommy wasn't the reason, like the legit reason I got into this, right? The reason was because when I was on a panel with friends, and this is when I first met Tommy, I had no idea who he was. After we did the interview with him, you know, here's the thing. Tommy had said, and I'll tell you what he said, because this is like public. He said, listen, there's going to be some people who might show up that they've been on my case for a while now about this. They're not fans of me, and they might show up. They literally look for everything involving me and the Amico, and they show up. Lo and behold,
hold on. To that point, the reason that people were showing up because of Tommy is because Tommy had attacked those people. He had made comments to them. He had said things to them in YouTube comments. Again, he created the us versus them. You got dragged into it. You didn't see what was going on beforehand. You just got Tommy going, hey, there's a bunch of people out there that don't like me, and they're going to come attack you for liking me and talking to me. And he's told that to lots of people who had him on. But the reality is, you know, like Dayzed Gamer said, at the very beginning, when there was any criticism towards the Amico, Tommy was right there to tell you why you were wrong. He has the data. You don't know what you're talking about. He wouldn't show you or tell you anything to explain his point. He would just tell you you're wrong. You can go to Atari Age. He did a long post where he just basically said misinformation about 18 times and never explained why it was misinformation. It's that kind of attitude that has caused people to react negatively towards Tommy and then react negatively towards anyone who's being what they considered overly friendly to Tommy.
Right, are you sure he isn't?
But that's my thing, though, Tony, is that that's well and good, but they weren't just attacking Tommy. They were also attacking us. And it wasn't our fault that we, first of all, if we're new to this, you guys haven't seen us before, and we just interviewed Tommy, and you guys have history with Tommy, why attack us? We're new people. So what you're doing now is you're attacking us. We have no idea why we are being personally attacked. So of course we're going to side with Tommy by default, because we have a bunch of people we've never seen before coming to our channels attacking us, not just Tommy, attacking us personally, like saying comments like, you guys are shills. And we're sitting here like, bro, we just met this dude.
Slow down. Calm, breathe. I'm not disagreeing with the point. What I'm saying is you're only looking at from that perspective, like they attacked us, so I did this. But you didn't go further back and go, the reason they attacked us was because Tommy attacked them. The whole point was that Tommy's fingers were in the whole pie as to why it started. You know,
guilty
at the beginning. He pushed the snowball down the mountain, and you just got caught up in it when it was pretty big.
But here's the thing, though, Tony. I'm not going to attack other people for having someone on that I got problems with. That's not good logic, in my opinion, because I'm not going to go attack you guys for being on somebody's YouTube channel if I got problems with you. That's not fair to the person that's there. So I'm
go back to yours. Go back to your live stream that I did. Go back to the live stream I was on with Max. Go back to the live stream I was on with Cyrus. Look at the comments of people attacking me simply for being on the live stream with you guys.
And am I here now?
I'm just saying. I'm saying it goes both ways. That's all
I'm saying, though, I'm still here. There's a difference.
I'm saying the people you're calling out, though, but the people you're calling out wasn't us. It wasn't me. It wasn't Carl. It wasn't Dayzed. It wasn't Mike Garcia and sensible person in them. You know, it wasn't Beefy. It was other people, and then you roped us in. You tried to rope all of us in with the crazies, and we're like, hey, we're not the crazies. Those are them guys.
The crazies were circulating around you guys. So when you're sitting there and you have these crazy people coming to your channel to harass and bother you because they're mad that you had somebody they didn't like on your channel, and then you see these same people being friendly and cordial to you guys, in your mind, you're sitting there like, oh, these guys all must chill together and be part of a clique. I don't want to be part of that clique. then I'm gonna walk away, and then I'm just gonna treat you all the same. Because there are sometimes like where I'm the type of person, if you don't check your friends when they're doing bad things, then like that you're just as bad to me. Like you need to start checking. I check people. I tell people all the time. How many times have I came to your defense, Tony? You know, I've come to your defense in certain instances if I feel you're right. If I feel you're right, even if I don't like you, if I feel you're right, I will defend you to the T. Because I'm saying overall, you know, I'm saying overall, if you're right, you're right. And you should call out people who are wrong, regardless of your personal relationship with them. So if I see people,
I'm always calling people out. So.
Right, but if I see people on certain people's channels kind of engaging and saying, "Oh yeah, F Saggy Melonz, yeah," and then you're coming to my channel trying to be nice, like kick rocks.
Well, to G10, you gotta get another name, G. I'm just gonna call you G.
Just call him J10. Just call him J10.
It's a G, guys. Do you gotta go back to school and learn your alphabet?
G10.
G. So to G10's point, have you talked to Tommy? Have you said, hey, Tommy, maybe you shouldn't be getting on live stream telling Tony that you hate him, that you hate his guts? Should you be leaving comments trolling people?
I've told Tommy just to ignore it. At this point, ignore it. I have said that. But he's a grown man. He's pretty much old enough to be my father.
Right, but there's a difference between ignore it and, hey, Tommy, you really shouldn't have said those mean things.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on Twitter and Atari Age blasting everybody when you should be finishing the games that you promised that would be out in 2 months, maybe that's not good time management. Just saying.
But my whole thing is like,
he told Tommy it was a bad look. See,
right? But at the same time, Tommy is a grown man and he's gonna do what he wants, regardless if people tell him otherwise. So
that's
again,
not the point. The point wasn't whether or not he's going to do it. The point was, did you tell him not to do it? See that your whole argument was that
yes, we've all told him to just not engage.
Then why don't you just say yes, Saggy? Seriously, all you had to do was say yes. It's like you made like a 10-minute speech.
I did say yes, and I did say yes. Damn it, I did say yes, and I followed it. He can do what he wants to do. Damn it.
But you didn't need to follow it.
Yes, I did. Damn it.
There you go, Carl.
Holy shit! What is going on? Tony, what did you invite me on to? What is this, an Amico After Dark episode?
Whoa. This is Amico After Dusk. Amico After Dusk. We're stealing your
now,
initial.
John, if you had watched our shows, you know we're always like this.
What the hell's going on?
I've got a crazy reverb from somebody.
Said he'd be right back. He said he'd be right back.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, we're always like this. You know, we're the anti-Amico After Dark.
Yeah, I've got bad reverb.
Who's
not me?
Is it me? No, it's not me.
Which?
It was fine until Retro Bro showed up, so I'm gonna 100% blame him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't hear anything.
Did he leave?
He did leave.
Not I.
Oh, he's probably fixing this thing.
It is a party, Mike. I see. Now, just 3 months ago, we would never had this panel. This never would have happened, so this is a weird thing.
That's all right.
Yes, it's very weird.
I boomered it, guys. I'm sorry.
You always boomer.
Don't worry about it.
How old are you, Retro Bro?
I'm 37. Listen, I got a beer just for you, man. It's a Yingling.
I'm 40. I'm 43, so we were already there.
Me and you were about the same age.
Wait, you're older than me?
Everyone's.
Am I the youngest person on this panel?
I'm only like 19.
How old are you, Saggy? I thought you were older than me.
No, I'm 35. No, you're older than me.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck, all right.
I mean,
so since Retro Bro is here, I guess we could directly ask him the question everybody wants to know. Why did you private your last live stream?
Oof.
Good question. So Tony, I'm assuming you watched it because you said you downloaded it.
Oh, I didn't download it. I was sent it. They sent it to me.
Who sent it to you? It's private. How do you have it? You would have had to have downloaded it. But anyways,
well, whatever.
Somebody downloaded it when it was probably after. Literally, did you private it right after the stream?
No, it was like a day later. So it was
then they
downloaded. So I figured some people were gonna grab it. It is what it is. So here's the deal. I was extremely upset that day. I mean, you could tell, Tony, you watched it, so I was annoyed. Now I consider Tommy a friend. You know, listen, I'm not some unbiased YouTuber. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a news source. Like, I don't care. Tommy's my friend. I'm excited for the Amico. That is what it is. And I felt like, as a friend, I probably was a little harsh publicly towards him. And I talked to him the next day about it. I said, and before I had even talked to Tommy, I was thinking about taking it down or just unlisting it or privatizing it. And I told Tommy, and Tommy was legitimately upset with me, and that's fine, right? Because he considers me a friend, I consider him a friend. And I told him, I said, Tommy, at the end of the day, though, you need people who are going to listen to you and be truthful with you and be honest. And that's what I did. And I privated it because at the end of the day, it doesn't really do anybody any good, you know, because all it does is just create more turmoil, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Retro Bro, I got a question to ask you.
Days is back. Woo.
As a businessman, what release date do you think is legitimately possible for the Amico?
Well, I don't think it's coming out this year.
I mean, just throw out a figure. Just throw out any kind of figure.
But as you guys said before, and Dayzed brought it up, I think it's fair to legitimately be worried about the financial situation of Intellivision at this point, because how could you still be pre-revenue 3 years in?
You are a businessman.
So, yeah, spring maybe. Spring they can release something. I think they can maybe get the founders and VIP before that, but I don't know, man. Like you said till the end of the year, but that's only like 2 months from October. I mean, no, I'm saying Tommy, and Intellivision said to the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That's like 2 months from October. So realistically, if they can't make VIP and founders in October, what's the likelihood of them being able to get it out in December? That's kind of how I look at it. And I said that in my live stream. So
here's what I got to ask, because this is what I brought up. Would Tommy release the Founders Editions, the pre-orders into the wild before he's revealed the 6th game, before he's revealed Lodi McLagface, before he's revealed the UI? Because, you know, as soon as these people get their hands on the console, they're going to make videos.
Good question.
I mean, if I get my pre-order, you know I'm making a video the next day.
No, I think knowing Tommy, he'll show all that stuff first.
So he's got 2 months to show all that stuff before he's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, and I see what you're getting at. You're saying if we don't start seeing that stuff, we're probably not going to see it in October. Like, I see where you're getting at. I mean, listen, it's a fair criticism, you know.
That's very true. Yeah. What'd you think of the music?
I didn't look at it, honestly. Honestly,
I'm just curious. It's a legitimate question. It's a legitimate question.
Cut right to the chase, huh, Carl?
I actually accidentally deleted the email, and I was talking to Cyrus. I'm like, I didn't get anything. He goes, it's from Humble Bundle. I'm like, oh fuck, I deleted that. So because I didn't know where it was coming from. So I went back and I thank God I didn't delete my trash can. So I pulled it back up and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, you know, honestly, I don't know how many. There's a lot of people excited about it. I think it was cool that he did that. You know, he gave something, but I think something more Amico related probably would have been a little more fitting. Maybe like a gift card or something. I mean, I would rather have like a free game personally.
Chat audience, he's just like you.
Mike Garcia, why can't Tommy have friends? Is what
I don't think that's what he's asking, Saggy. He's not asking why Tommy can't have friends. I think what he's asking is, why is there no positive Amico people that aren't friends with Tommy? Just normal, positive, pro Amico people that have never had contact with Tommy.
I mean, Tony, he asked you if you can be friends, and you told him no. So
I mean, he hasn't really gotten his. I mean, there's some out there. There's some. I don't know. See, Tommy's all over the internet, though. That's the crazy thing. I mean, if there's an Amico video, he's commenting or something. I mean, that Panda sub. You know, I don't think he's talked to him. That guy's pretty Amico positive.
Well, he commented on the Panda sub video. And
he comments on every positive video, though, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Tommy commented before on any of Panda sub stuff. You know what I mean?
No. And earlier, CM Retro, you were saying something when they asked about Guru Larry. You were asking something.
No, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Waiting.
Oh,
to
Guru
do.
Larry. No, he's that British dude. I've talked to him on Facebook a few times. He's a funny dude.
Who?
Yeah.
Guru Larry.
On
He's a-
YouTube, I'm,
yeah.
I'm like in my own little bubble.
Mhm.
I don't know Guru
He's a
Larry.
retro dude. You've probably heard of him.
That's all right. Watching.
Carl's
TV.
getting bored. He's
Oh, you
Sorry.
what are you doing, man?
Carl,
Sorry.
So,
yeah.
Carl, I'm a little upset, man. You called
need
me a
some
bully.
cap-
I
you
kind
need
of
some
take some
caffeine.
offense to that.
I
I'm not
mean,
gonna lie. You got to explain why I'm a bully. I've
you
always
were
been
listening.
nice.
Oh, he was listening the whole time.
I listen, Dayzed. I was in the shower
Okay.
listening. All right, I was dialed in tonight. All right.
Okay, all right. I'm wrong. I admit it. It just, okay. Like
don't
a lot
know.
of people, I operate emotions too. I don't show it that much, but I do. I
don't
mean,
know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like Retro Bro is bullying Carl to not call him a bully.
I mean,
Oh, no.
okay. You do kind of, when you react to some videos, you kind of do come off
can
that
answer
way,
this.
in my
I can
general
answer this, Tony.
opinion.
Was that?
Yeah, I mean that's fair, Carl. Listen, I have a pretty type A personality, so I get it. Some people can see it that way.
It's
And it's like a
now
blood type.
honestly, and I gotta be honest, dude. I do better damage control than you all.
What are you talking about? What damage control?
Brody and
have
me,
I
I
done?
did better Amico damage control.
I don't know
Carl's
what you
out
mean
there
by that.
putting in
I've never tried to do damage control in anything. I've always spoken my mind about something, whether people like it or not. That's on them. But I've never
No,
actively
it's,
been like, well, this is a problem. I have to make a video on this. I've never once done that.
No.
So Teddy
Oh,
Doggy has
alright.
a comment.
Yeah, I was just about to say we're breaking
So,
down the line of
yeah,
communication.
sorry.
Come on,
Carl, I love you though, man.
Retro Bro.
It's cool.
It's directed towards you. Teddy Doggy says, Retro Bro, you said Tommy had 1 or 2 demo units that are retail ready. If Tommy wants to shut us up, all he has to do is send out 1 review unit to big YouTubers and let them do full reviews. So here's my question before we even get to that part. The demo units themselves, did you ask if they're actually retail units or are they using different chips, maybe the old chips before they decided to change?
No,
Or are
I
they
didn't.
actually
I
using
didn't.
the same stuff?
I didn't specifically ask if they were retail units. So Tommy had 2 units with him. He actually had 3. The third one was like was in dev mode. He only had a few games on it. I don't even think we really played with that one too much, but he had that one. There was another one that was had a bunch of games on it without the UI loaded in. And then the other one, which you'll hear me say in my videos, there was 1 unit that felt like it was retail ready or done. That was the one that booted up from cold start. There was a UI. He showed us the store. He showed us how you could do certain things in the UI, go to different games, do certain different things and whatnot.
There you go.
So that one, like if that unit would ship today, I'd be happy with it. Maybe it would need some sort of updates. I don't know, but that unit that we had there didn't seem to have any issues from what I remember.
Welcome,
And
Teddy.
it felt ready for the most part, but I didn't specifically ask him like, hey, is this retail ready? The answer to that would be no.
I think that the units, at least the Crayola units, were probably demos. Just based on my experience and with that kind of
Well, what do
stuff.
you mean?
Before.
What do you mean it was a demo? I don't know what
Okay,
you mean by that.
you remember? Okay, do you remember trying the old systems like the Nintendo 64 and such at the department stores like Best Buy? That's what I'm talking about.
No, but those are finished consoles, Carl.
No, but sometimes they have different chips and stuff inside of them.
Were the units that Tommy had at the Crayola event, were those the units that he had in your basement?
Yeah, those are the same ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically one of them was in demo mode, one of them was basically almost ready or was ready.
Okay.
The games were loaded onto the console because they're digital games. So, but one of the consoles, it was funny because I think the Discord that I used to be in with Tony, there was a guy in there who's like took a picture of the one screen cap. He's like, "Oh, that's the UI." I'm like, "That's not the UI."
No,
that's
that
like
was not the UI. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think, correct me if I'm wrong though, Retro Bro, because I was confused. So I do remember that we did have the one that with the UI wasn't finished, and the one that we saw that we couldn't show was the UI that was finished. I don't believe that one was at the Crayola event. I don't remember seeing it at the. I don't remember because I wasn't there.
It was there. It was there.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I didn't see all the games were already running, so I wasn't really looking when it was back on the home screen. So I wasn't sure.
Because that was the red one. It was definitely there.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I just want to ask because I thought it was just both demos, but yeah, that plus clarity because I didn't see the UI at the event because I was just all over the place, and anytime I got to the TV screens, people were already playing games, so I didn't actually see it boot up.
All right, so here's my question: the units that he was using were they newly built demo units, or are they the same ones that they had over a year ago? Because I talked to Nick Richards, I've talked to other people. They have changed some chips, they've changed some things around. And like a year ago, they were demoing the system to different people. So I'm wondering, is it the same demo units from a year ago?
I don't know because I've never. Yeah, I don't know because I've never seen that video, or I don't have a reference point for what you're talking about.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Answer. I honestly don't know.
I don't know how old those devices that he brought were. I don't know, but I would assume. No, I'm not even gonna say assumptions because that would just make no sense either because I don't honestly know because I don't even know when the UI was finished, so I don't know.
And when are we going to get the big Lodi McLagface reveal? Don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about.
The what?
Honestly, God, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
The what?
The Amico, the robot Amico on the loading screen. The one that I got my video flagged for, the one that Nick Richards is going around striking people's channels over.
You should show it. I literally have no idea.
I'm confused.
I got copy strike last time I showed it.
Yeah, but Saggy and Retro Bro are here. They'll protect us.
Wait, can you post a link in the private chat, Tony? So I at least if you can't show it because I don't know what you're talking about. Can you at least post the link to whatever you
show the UI? Show. I think you should show the UI. Like I don't understand. I mean, like I get like sort of Sony, Microsoft. They don't release their UI until weeks before. But I think at this point though, Tommy's got to start showing some people some stuff because.
Well, he already explained that though. He already explained that many times why there's certain things he doesn't show because he was going to show there were certain announcements in certain ways he needed to show these things exclusively to in certain ways that he can't just show it. He has reasons why he can't show things right away.
But that was before a third delay, though, Saggy. You have to. I mean,
no, I get that, but this is what I'm saying. Like, why he didn't before was because the reason was because there were things like he had to wait to show people the physical media because he had a specific way that he had to show it. As far as like that's why there's certain things that everybody's saying, well, why don't you show this? Why don't you do that? This is why he can't show it because he is giving exclusive showings to either the Intellivision YouTube channel or certain companies or whatever that they're talking to him or whatever.
I see what you're saying. So
that's what I'm saying.
Deals.
But we
know he might have some exclusive deals in place. You're right.
Right. But we know there's exclusive and there's quote unquote exclusive. So I mean, he could still show people here. He could just use the Amico definition of exclusive.
Yeah. I think you mean inclusive. I think you mean inclusive.
Before this recent delay, I thought, well, it's just part of the marketing and what they want to do. As we get closer to the release date of October, he'll sort of open up the treasure chest a little bit and show us what the physical media looks like, what the whatever looks like. But then I had also read somewhere that they were talking about they're still filing patents and whatnot, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're supposed to be 2 months from launch, and you don't have the patent for your own technology?
No,
it's
not patents.
It just real weird.
Anything but patents. No.
I don't know much about that. I mean,
well, the FCC website still hasn't been updated, so they haven't passed certification on that.
John Alvarado was on our show, and he said that the biggest test that they had to do, they passed recently, and they're not really concerned about the other tests that they have to go through. So from everyone I've talked to at Intellivision, whether it's Tommy, John Alvarado, Nick, and some of the other guys that I talked to, none of them are worried about the FCC tests. That's why I don't really talk about it or mention it. I mean, sometimes some things are, and I get it, like, because I talk to these people, and not everybody gets it, so I can kind of see how it looks. But they should be more forward with that, in my opinion. For people who aren't plugged in, like you and a lot of the people in the chat, they should come out and say, like, hey, we don't see this as a problem. This is where we're at. But at the same time, though, let's be fair. There's people in this chat who, regardless of how good something gets, there's going to be people that just like to, ride the gravy train. So
I just want to see
I
Carl from
don't
Jim.
think there really is a gravy train. It's one of the points I brought up.
It's the hate gravy train, man. Come on, I think Dave said it in one of his videos.
What do you just hate gravy, Tony? Gravy's freaking
I
amazing.
do actually hate gravy. I don't.
Oh my
use
god,
gravy.
you hate tea, you hate gravy. My god, is there anything you freaking like, dude?
I think something that would immensely help them out is if they build a nuclear reactor into the Amico.
No,
that would definitely do something. I mean, that's where we got to go at this point, Carl.
I told Tommy that he needs to make
just put a Super Nintendo Mini in it for this.
No. This is a genius
I mean, that
idea.
would be worth something.
No, he needs to make
That's an old chameleon joke.
No, a special edition Amico that also functions as an actual foot bath.
The Coleco Amico.
That's an interesting idea.
That's what I'm talking about.
You could play your Amico while having your foot in the bath. Like, hello.
Boom. Next
Boom, there you
level
go.
in gaming right there.
Right, and then all the people who called it a foot bath could be like, wow, that's actually smart. He took our joke as a foot bath, and he actually made... Dude, I guarantee you he would sell that like hotcakes if it was actually secondary foot bath.
Yeah, and then they're going to have major problems if the Amico burns their feet off, literally.
Or electrocutes them. But to get back to the UI review...
I think if the parts get cheap enough, maybe.
to go back to roll back the chat, the UI reveals. Tommy's always been saying he's going to go on these big 15 million sub YouTubers. Realistically, what channel could he go on that he's going to show this off, and that their audience is going to buy it up and be like, yeah,
probably
Tony,
maybe it would have been Guru Larry.
He's waiting for either myself or Retro Bro to hit that million sub count, and then he will be on our channels.
I got enough shit to do. I don't need to
serious.
appease a million
Serious
people on a
question.
YouTube channel. Trust me.
He could give it to Metal
Tony,
Jesus, and that would go do it.
Everyone wants to assume it's like a retro gamer, though. What does Tommy said his target market is? Like, I have two. My youngest is 5, and she watches these kids on YouTube all day play with toys, and these channels. Some of them are family, some of them are just little kids playing with toys. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. But she will sit there and watch this shit for hours. And they have like millions of subscribers. Like, I'm in the wrong business. I should be playing with toys on YouTube.
You do
That's
play
what I should
with
be
toys.
doing. Yeah,
You do play, dude. You do play with toys.
Grown-up toys.
Here's my point though. My kid will come to me on a regular basis and be like, "Daddy, I want such and such toy." Well,
Right.
Where the hell
But
did I found it on a
here's my
YouTube
point.
channel or whatever.
Here's my point. My point wasn't that these channels don't exist. My point is, who could he realistically give the Amico to? Like Ryan's Toy Review. It's a big toy channel. Kid plays with toys. If Tommy came to Ryan's Toy Review and said, "Here, I want you to play with the Amico," why would he agree to show that off versus the new Mattel toy, versus the new Hot Wheels, the new Barbie, the new whatever? He's going to have to pay these people. This isn't just like where he can show up on your channel.
Of course he's going to
do it.
He's going to pay them.
But do you
I mean,
think
like
they're going to have the kind of cash to pay these big channels? Because this is a thing.
What do you think it would cost? I have no idea what it would cost.
They make a pretty penny. I don't even want to wager a guess.
I mean, Tommy could always sell one of his Ferraris and pay Ryan's Toys Review.
I think Ryan makes like
it might be at that point.
Dude.
That little kid makes like millions a year.
It's insane. I have my own views on the whole kids on YouTube thing, man. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. I have my whole thing on kids on YouTube, and you guys remember like the 90s where there was issues with labor laws and stuff like that. Lord knows what goes on in these homes with.
Doesn't your oldest daughter have a YouTube channel that is doing better than yours?
No, it's not. It's not better than mine. Saggy, you tell you it's not better than mine.
Mic drop.
And she's listen, my kid's talented, man. She has a, and I would rather not talk about that on here, Carl, just because there's some of the way some people are in the chat. But
sorry, I'm not attacking. I'm just,
Low bro.
Right, that's fair.
Rope it in. Hey, rope it in, Tony.
Yeah. Rope it in, guys. Come on. I didn't even know John had children.
What do you mean? How you definitely knew after Crayola, right? Because everyone was crying about like, oh my god, Retro Bro was streaking around the cage. Oh my god!
I don't know whose kids they were. They were just kids running around.
No, the comment was that
Cyrus
was drinking around the kids.
White Claw is not technically. Listen, White Claw is a sissy drink. I'm sorry, Retro Bro. I'm just gonna say it. White Claw
it's
is
low
a
on carbs,
drink.
man. I'm trying to watch my figure. Give me a break. I got a beer right now just for
true.
Days. I know Days has a problem with me drinking White Claw, so I brought a beer on for him.
So let's not act
man. Respect.
Let's not act like Cyrus was absolutely wasted. That man is probably a lightweight. I'm just saying. He probably had like 3 White Claws, and he was just good.
He was also extremely tired, though, too. To be fair, when you're real tired like that and you start drinking, it's a bad combination.
And I don't think
he looked like he was nearing a shame spiral.
Here's the funny thing about that stream. Here's the funny thing about that stream, though. For a lot of the viewers don't know this. It was so loud down there, but I had the mic was only picking up what was in front of it, so it was like so loud. I guarantee you, like nobody beyond that table had even heard what Cyrus was saying. That's how loud it was down there.
It's pretty loud.
Wow.
But also, I don't think Cyrus ate either, so I think that's also why he probably got a little buzzed.
We made him eat some cannolis.
I want to make 2 points. First off, if you watch the whole Cyrus video, he's like going in and out of what appears to be drunkenness. I don't know.
Can you give me a bottle of water?
He was yelling and screaming, and then he'd get up and be all nice and friendly. Then he'd start yelling and screaming again. So I don't think he was drunk. I think he was he had a lot of pent-up aggression, a lot of pent-up rage.
Yeah, I think he was letting it out because at first, because he was sitting next to me. And at first, I kind of thought it was funny, and then I was like looking at him like, oh no shit, he's actually kind of like mad here. So I tried to like reel him back in, like, all right, yeah. But yeah, it's cool, man. We're having fun. A lot of people like to make a big deal about silly shit.
Well,
I think you guys need to get back together again.
I thought he was drunk. That was my.
I think everybody could use some more White Claws and like have a fun night.
Yeah. See, I don't know why we don't like it. Well, we're not supposed to like each other, Days, because you seem like a good dude that I would like to have White Claw with. Oh, I want a high five! I love her.
Okay, so Mike Garcia got a question. I gotta ask it.
Okay.
No attacking, but he wants to know if CM Retro, if Retro Bro and Saggy, if any of you guys have invested in Intellivision.
No. Jesus. The answer is no. After I played it, I will be transparent. After I played it, I did inquire about investing, but I have not as of yet.
Hell no, they're not investing in that. I mean, no offense to anyone, but I bet I know them well enough to know they wouldn't invest in that.
I just said I didn't pre-order it, so why would I be invested?
Well, here's the thing. I just asked so that it's out there, so that way there's no narrative, there's no discussion. The point is there.
Yeah, this is all honest.
So, CM Retro, did you invest?
I have not. I have put down my $100 on my wood grain console, and that's all that I have invested in Amico so far.
Oh, so you got a wood grain Xbox?
No, I haven't. Just a pre-order. I haven't invested.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. They didn't invest.
There's your answer.
The last time I had a guest on here, people were mad I didn't go hard enough. I didn't yell at Nick Richards and make him go cry
and cuss them out and Voldemort. He didn't let Voldemort say all sorts of stuff.
By the way, I thought that was a really good interview.
I did too. I thought that was a really good interview too. Yes.
I was gonna rub it in Retro Bro's face that my interview did more views.
I think it does have more views actually.
Wow.
I think I'm at one, but you didn't get John Alvarado, so I got you up.
Well, that's because I want to know: did you get John Alvarado specifically because the Nick Richards interview on my channel?
No,
That's
we've
what
been
it
trying to
seemed
get
like.
him on. No, we were trying to get him on for a while, and I told Tommy I was taking a break after the next episode, and he was like, "Well, we got to get John on there." So we got him on there.
Saggy's got to
my
bring back up.
wifey. Yeah, well, no, that's my wifey, dude. That's my wife. Of course, my wife is going to show up for me. Hello.
I don't know if the chat has any other questions for these fine individuals that decided to show up on the channel and invade.
Well, I have a
I
question.
do believe that we need to organize a pro Amico, anti Amico, high score contest or something. You know, a little fun competition between the two groups.
It's got to be after I get my eye surgery.
Oh, you getting your eye surgery? When?
This next week, middle of the 19th, I'm getting my first cataract removed, and then
Nice.
3 weeks later, the second.
Nice. Well, Godspeed to you. That's awesome, Carl.
Chucks wants to know what's the next segment. The next segment, Chucks, is the Guru Larry interview. So we got nothing else scheduled but talk Amigo and then show you guys what Larry had to say. So
You guys got to ask me all your mean questions now, man. I know you want to get them out.
Yeah, come on.
You're not going to offend me. Trust me.
Which version did he sacrifice during the Crayola event?
Me. It was me.
Yeah, but
I said virgin.
Dang, Carl.
How dare
Carl,
you
you're
assume
in the
that I'm
same
not
room as
pure
that
and
woman right now.
innocent? How dare you assume I'm not pure and innocent, Carl? Wow. Wow.
Well, it's just for me, I guess. It's just where do you go from here? You know, I don't. This third delay, like honestly, feels like the entire wind has been pulled from the sails.
Now, Saggy, I think the only virgins hang around Voldemort's channel.
That's fair, man. Like, and I'll be honest with you, I had an inkling that it was going to be delayed. And listen, I said this on my stream, and this was kind of like the harsh part of the stream I did. I said, I don't understand, and this is, you know, not to be a dick or anything. I don't understand why you didn't try to get ahead of this 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Even if that means just overpaying for the parts just to get Founders and VIP out for October.
Well, okay, we'll go back.
Honestly, what's 2 months? 2 months isn't going to make a difference to me. I don't know if you can't get them. If you can't get the parts at a cheaper rate now, this whole part shortage shit is only going to get worse.
Well,
like you're not going to get them cheaper in December. Like,
here's my thing though. I this is just my theory. I think that he had a contingency plan just in case, because I think at one point he probably knew that this might have been a problem. I think he had a plan B, but plan B fell through. So I think that's might have been what happened, which is why he just didn't know, because I think there was a plan in place, and there was a possibility that this would have been fine. But that plan didn't fall through, so now he has to be like, yes, we have a delay. I really do feel like he did have a backup plan, and that backup plan fell through as well.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
no, I believe it.
I got
That's
a
what it looks
question.
like.
Do Saggy and Retro think that Tommy would get around, would forget about that October release date and go for something more reasonable if they manage to manufacture the systems in time?
Yeah, but the problem is, how long can you stay pre-revenue and continue to be a company? Like,
true.
That's
I think what he's saying, if I understand Carl's point, I think he's saying, you know, Tommy's locked in on this 10/10 date. You know, would he be willing
for sister's birthday? And I'm not trying
to move.
I'm not trying to bring family into it, but I'm saying he seems to have this 10/10 date in his heart set. And I'm saying, do you think he would forget about it if he could get the systems released earlier?
He wants to get it out as soon as possible. So right. he wanted to do originally, he wanted to do it in the summer of this year, which wouldn't have worked either. And then they said the retailers pretty much told him, no, September makes more sense. And he goes, well, if we're going to do September, we might as well go for my original date, October.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
Okay. So Teddy Doggy wants to know, when you guys talk to Tommy next, will you ask him if he has an assembly plant locked in already, or if it's FCC certified?
Yeah, I mean, I can ask him.
And Teddy's also asking if the Steam Deck was delayed 3 times and there was weirdness around it, would you keep your pre-order?
Hell no.
If I was interested in it, which I am, I have one sort of pre-ordered. Would they take $1 from me or $5 or whatever it was when I pre-ordered it?
Are you going to get the
But,
cheapo one?
That's kind of apples to orange. Yeah, I get the cheap one, dude. I play like fucking retro indie games on Steam, dude. I don't need that fancy
I was
shit.
also going to say that is apples to oranges because the Steam Deck is basically a handheld computer. So I mean,
yeah, and there's already games on the Steam Deck. I mean, I guess a better analogy would be, I don't even know. There's really nothing to compare it to, other than
Nintendo
another
Switch
gen console. Yeah, but as you guys said before, Nintendo
Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't compare the
Here's a
to
question,
anything
because
like that.
Retro Bro and Saggy and maybe CM Retro, you guys have a better relationship with Tommy than I do, apparently. Is there anything planned for 1010?
No, not that I know of. Not that I know
nothing
of.
we know of.
Like a seance or something?
Yeah, that'll be our second seance.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
Okay, well, Teddy, if it's not apples to oranges, pre-orders, if you're going that route, yeah, I suppose I would. I don't know, because you're the way you set that question up is like, oh, if it was shady, you know. Listen, if there's something I want to buy and I'm interested in the product, I don't really give a shit.
He'll buy it.
I'll just pre-order it, you know.
See, I don't think so personally for me, I don't think what's going on is necessarily shady. I think there's a lot of things, a lot of information that's, and I'm going to just speak for myself. There's a lot of information I don't know about the things that people ask me about, like with the financial situation with it. I don't have access to the books for the Intellivision. I don't know what money is going into it, what money they're generating, where it's coming from. I don't have those answers, so I can't necessarily say it's shady if I don't know the books, you know. And I don't know all those things. You got the books.
I mean, honestly, I think they've known this delay was coming since before E3. And it seems like they're just in panic mode and they don't know what to do. And I don't know if those are the people that I want in leadership positions. You know what I mean? It's just all off.
It has been mismanaged. I mean, that's
I agree with Dayzed more than I agree with CM Retro. I don't think it. Well, how did you just term it? Mismanagement. I think they kind of waited. Here's what I think happened. This is pure speculation. Tommy didn't tell me this. I think what happened was they planned on the whole COVID and part shortage ending a lot sooner than what it is. And I think they might, this is speculation. They might have drugged their feet a little bit on getting some parts, maybe hoping, or maybe they just couldn't financially pay the prices that they were available. And now they're kind of in a situation, and well, these parts have not come down and we can't afford them. So now it's almost like a 2-for. Before we could have maybe afforded them, but we're going to wait. But now it's like, now they're too much and we can't afford them and we have to raise more money.
Right.
That's
so
speculation.
They've missed 3 release dates. The console isn't ready. They haven't shown us physical. They didn't, announce any of this stuff. So they're a little bit in panic mode, because if they can't afford to pay for these chips, because like you said, they're not going to get cheaper in 2 months. And what are they going to do?
They have to raise the money. Well, they have to.
I mean, are they going to go to everybody
round of investment?
Everybody they have to and said, "Hey, if you want your Amico, we're going to have to charge you an extra $12. Is that cool?"
What we really need to hope doesn't happen is that China invades Taiwan and then we lose all access to microchips.
Yeah,
we would be like really on a decline of technology.
Yeah, this shit isn't getting any better.
I know that's like something different.
Yeah,
I know that's something different, but it's like there's so many scenarios now that we've witnessed the decline of this system. Like if he could have literally made this before the pandemic at the price of $160 a system, he could have really began an ecosystem. But now
I think he got a little overzealous. I think him being a little overzealous with some things and wanting to
that was just that right there. That was the wrong call. That's what That's
right.
What I said.
But even if it's the wrong call, don't feel.
I gotta correct some misinformation. It wasn't $160 a system. It was $160 for the bill of materials. They still had to pay for manufacturing and shipping.
Oh,
and all that.
okay,
So
all right. You're right. Fair point. So it would have been something maybe they could have broken even on.
Right.
And then started to sell the games.
Just to say though, all of these things that we're talking about, of the like, well, what if this, what if that? It seems like part of it is not like, I can't fully fault Tommy for everything. You can't predict being overzealous is just like, yes, it might have been a bad decision to just like be like, well, maybe we expect this pandemic thing to be done at a certain time. And a lot of people did.
I'm not saying him, Saggy, and I'm going to cut you off. I'm not saying him being overzealous was a bad thing, but given the circumstances, I think it bit him in the ass. You know, hindsight is always 20/20.
Monday morning quarterback.
But shit happens, and we all know shit happens. It happens all the time.
But that's what I think I've been
But
watching.
Saggy, me saying him being overzealous is not a slight at him. It's like that's the thing.
Everyone,
I just think
everyone, shush. Carl,
what?
You're leaving?
I do have a question. Do you think Tommy Tallarico could be Donald Trump's running partner for the next election? They are strangely alike.
I mean, he could have been. You know, if he'd had Trump on board, I think they would have delivered a home run.
It would have been the biggest concert release. It would have been the biggest. If there was a bigger concert release than the Intellivision Amico.
Oh my god!
All I'm saying is they're so alike. He could run as Donald Trump's campaign partner, running mate. He could be the first game developer / vice president.
He could be in charge. He could be in charge of music.
Oh, that's a shitty idea.
Tony, you've had this comment up for a while.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did. Teddy Dog, we're gonna rope it back in. You know, we let Carl go off for a little while, and then we
Carl keeps pulling me. Carl keeps pulling me down with him.
Thanks again.
Teddy Doggy saying showing finished games to hype people up before announcing a delay. Don't you think there's a crappy way to conduct business? I actually question why he showed the physical then the delay. He probably should have did the delay first.
He showed the boxes. He didn't show the physical.
But I'm saying he should have showed the boxes after the delay.
I agree with that. He should have flip-flopped it. Because that's what they did last year. You remember in January when they announced the delay, then he showed like a whole bunch of shit. Like they announced it. I think they announced it in December. I don't remember when they announced the last delay. I think it was the beginning of December. And then January 1st, he remember they were doing those deluge of videos for like 2 months.
Yeah.
So that's what they should be doing now. I'm surprised
the
they're not.
tsunami, he called it.
Yeah.
All right, so Retrobro, how would you handle if you're going to assemble the E3 presentation for the Amico? What would you have done?
Have Panda Sub 2000 do it.
Yeah, right. That's a good answer. What was your question? How would I don't know, dude.
How would you have done the E3
industry.
presentation? Oh, come on. You do video
I wouldn't have done it as
right?
good as it. No, dude, you've watched my videos. I don't really edit. I do mostly live streams.
That's a valid point.
By the way, if anybody from Intellivision watching, especially the guy who made the E3 video, which by the way I love you, definitely collab with Panda Sub 2000 for the next big video, because that would be amazing. And
that guy was probably directed towards a vision for that video, and I think that vision missed the mark.
I didn't think it was a bad video.
I'll tell you,
it just didn't have any. It didn't have anything new. You know, it could have been more exciting.
Well, I talked to the guy who made the video, and I told him, because I was a critic of that too. I was like, I want to see some new stuff, and I told him to his face. I was like, where was my Earthworm Jim?
I will tell you,
there's a reason. There's a reason why they didn't show Earthworm Jim.
I know now, but I was just kind of like,
they need.
What's the reason?
They need.
I can't tell you what the reason is, man. I didn't sign an NDA, but I'm not gonna. I
think they need to hire Ninja Kitty.
It's a good reason. It's a good reason.
It is a good reason, but we're not gonna disclose it because
They need to hire Ninja Kitty to do their videos. As I said before, I said again, he's a great video editor.
Yeah. By the way, just
Yeah.
since we said that, I have to address War Pumpkin's comment about having access to the CEO. And it says you have access to the CEO, we don't. That's why you get questions. Even though I guess you could say we have access to the CEO, there are still things that we aren't being told because
Yeah, I don't know everything. Believe it or not.
we don't
there's a lot
know
we don't
everything.
know.
There's some things we know, but a lot of stuff we don't know, mainly because like you're not going to tell your friends all of your stuff just because you don't want to risk a slip up, right? Because we do all these streams and stuff, and then people ask us questions, and we'll be like, oh yeah, so yeah, by the way, the physical media is you get a giant carrot in the box. It's a giant carrot with googly eyes in it. That's all you're getting.
Giant carrot with googly eyes confirmed. You heard it here on the stream.
No.
Guys, start making your videos now. Start making
That's
your
a good
videos now.
example. See, Tony, here's a good example of this because I honestly I don't know if Earthworm Jim is in production. I think Tommy has said that it is, but when it comes to Earthworm Jim, aside of knowing why they didn't show it at E3, I have no idea what's going on with that game, so I can't answer that.
Right. We get
Obsessive Compulsive Gamer wants to know where he is right now. If you're coming in late, we got CM Retro Bro, Saggy Melonz.
Ooh.
We invited them onto the stream. We have both sides on here. We want to hear everybody's opinion. Everybody's allowed to talk, to speak. Be nice to everybody.
No, this has been great. This has been unexpectedly great.
Why is it unexpectedly great? It's always great on my stream. I don't think I've ever had a bad stream.
No,
when Carl was late. When Carl was late, that was kind of a bad stream.
Twice. I was barely late the last time, and I was late the time before that. Just
I was late tonight. I was late tonight.
Last time I was on Obsessive Compulsive
Did you fall asleep in your hammock?
Yelling at me. No, I'm just kidding.
I was planning to try to do that. I was going to try to stream from my hammock, but
my cousin
I worked late and I had to get in to something.
My cousin had a pool party last week, and I had to go one state over to go. I mean, it's
Days. You do know now
pool
you
party.
Can never not do a video in your hammock, right? That's like part of your thing.
Well,
you've married yourself to
I
that
know.
hammock, man.
No, that's cool, but I can still blend in like other videos that I want to make with it while I'm in the hammock. That's something I like doing too. Like talk. Oh, that's my intro, and then maybe put something that I've put together. Like some editing, and then
you should do an episode where you narrate yourself in the hammock. I'd like to see that.
I kind of would like to see that too.
Like it's just a video of you just swaying in the hammock, like half asleep, but instead of you talking in the hammock, you're just kind of like narrating it.
Right.
By the way, I was kidding.
No, you guys seriously, like the stupid shit that I used to make. Just go back and look at some of my old videos. Like that's all I used to do. Like there's some insanity in there.
You can always super villain monologue while you're in your hammock.
I could, Carl. Tony, you should be the voice of my villain in my
Tony,
mind.
Done it again.
Off topic for a second. I forgot to tell you a quick funny story. My boyfriend's nephew looked me up. I don't know why he looked me up. I tell him not to, but he looked me up on YouTube, and he said someone made a video about you. Guess whose video it was?
There used to be a baby video.
It was your Saggy used to be a baby video, and I was just like, they're like, why did someone make a video about you? I was like, oh, people do that all the time. I was like, which video are you looking at? And they're like, oh, something about a baby. I was like, oh god,
you have to get used to it if you're putting content out on YouTube.
I'm like,
people are gonna use these clips of you.
No,
I've had to get used to that.
I wasn't worried about that. It was just funny that randomly today they're like, yeah, somebody made a video of you, and it was Tony's Saggy the baby video, and I was just cracking up like,
Sorry, the joke though. That's what I want to know. Did they get the joke? Did it land?
I think they were very confused with a lot of people when they.
Tony, I didn't even get the joke.
I didn't watch the video.
I was actually curious to see how many people.
I haven't seen it either, so I will.
Yeah, a lot of people missed the joke. It was a trans joke. Do you know how people like she used to be a man? He used to be a woman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because we're all babies. Saggy used to be a baby.
I mean, I got that joke, but it was just funny because I was more curious how many people were coming to you thinking you had a legit expose on me, and I was just laughing.
I like your funeral video more.
Funeral video.
The Miko feud.
Yeah.
That was OEB Pete made a funeral video. He had some sad music playing on the delay announcement.
Tell him what you is there a way to play that video?
No, that video was like
Oh.
5 hours long. Jesus Christ, Carl. You're going to have us here all night.
So wait, did this
But the intro was hilarious.
Did this
Sorry.
third delay bring us all together? That's what's happening.
Listen, I'll be honest.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll be honest with everybody here. It's not like I'm gonna turn into this, anti-Amico person. Like I'm still excited about the Amico, and I've played it, and my kids loved it, and my wife of all people fucking enjoyed playing it, which is like blew my mind because I did not think she was gonna enjoy it at all. But like I'm at the point where I could just be like, well, if it comes out, it comes out. If not, I'll move on with my life. I don't really. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a video game console.
Right.
I was really excited for it to come out in October, but like it's kind of tiring, man. To keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
It sounds like Retro Bro needs an A&A shirt. We're sending him an Amico no accent shirt.
No. Listen, but I'm telling you, you guys need to get back together and throw another party.
Well, Amico After Dark's going to be back probably in September, and hopefully there's more of a stuff to talk about. But it's one of those things. It's like it's everything. Unless they start putting stuff out there, it's just going to be 2 hours of speculation and us talking about, I don't know, hypothetical stuff.
Oh man, I don't think Smash and Turbo can handle it then.
See, the thing though, Teddy, is like we're not turning a blind eye. We're not really turning a blind eye. Everyone thinks we are. It's just like we're being more optimistic and just hopeful. Yeah. And it's like
and not only that, but like go ahead, Saggy.
No, go ahead, Saggy.
It's like some of those things that you guys will make a big deal about, like I don't care about, like the whole fucking controller lag thing. I'm like, the thing doesn't come out for 6 months. If it has lag, it's going to be fucking fixed. And then if it comes out and then it has lag, okay, then we have a problem.
Yeah, then let's talk
But if it's like 6 months out and there's a little bit of controller lag, I'm sure they're going to fix some shit like that. So like stuff like that didn't really. I mean, I thought it was funny. I made like a whole rant video on my Jeep about it, but
like I got reamed. I got
like certain things like the whole thing with like I don't know, some things just weren't important to me, honestly. Like I just don't care.
I got reamed for a while because even Tony reamed me on it, like, oh, Saggy, they used your clip of that video and you didn't play it. I was like, what clip? And I listened to it, and like right, but at the same time in my head I'm like, I wasn't even credited at all. Like everybody else in that video was credited but me. And I was just like, and I asked Tommy, I said, everyone's making a stink about it. Like, I'm just curious.
Bro was the highlight.
Yeah, I was just curious why you included me. And he was just like, well, I wanted to give you kind of like a little nod, a little shout out. So I just, and then you were talking about the event. So I figured it was right. It was fitting. And I was like, all right. And I was like, okay, no big deal. I don't really care. It was like a 2-second clip of me saying 2 words.
Oh, it was more than 2 words.
Then you were in.
I think that's part of the problem. You say things like that, like, oh, it was just 2 words, but it was more than 2 words. It was 2 whole sentences.
But my thing is, to be like Retro said, if I don't care about it, I don't feel like everyone should be beating me down. Like, I don't care. Like, if you guys care, that's cool. But now you're trying to make me care about something. I'm telling you I don't. And that's when I get pushback, because I feel like when people are trying to tell me what to do, like I'm going to push back and be like, don't tell me what to do. I just don't like that. That's all.
Well, here's the thing. When people were talking about that clip, we were trying to look out for you because there could be potential complications and issues because you're offering voice clips saying things about something that you didn't use in a promotional material video. See, I mean, everyone thinks.
What did you even say, Saggy? You're talking about the Texas video, right?
Yeah, it was on the when we did the Amico After Dark after Cyrus and everybody played it, and we did.
But that was that was a reaction video to the Texas event. That was the video you were in.
Yeah,
it was a reaction video. Tony,
yeah, it was a reaction
so who
video.
Cares?
And here's my thing: like, I appreciate y'all looking out.
Yeah, because we were talking about the reaction.
If anything, at the end of the day, if anything, that would affect Tommy and Intellivision more than me.
See, like, that's the thing. Like 99.9% of people don't give a shit about that. Like, we're in this little YouTube niche corner. It's like people sometimes look for things to just talk about. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not in no niche corner. I hang around with big YouTubers. Come on.
Whatever, Tony. You know what I'm talking about.
Look at him trying to flex.
Even big gaming YouTubers are niche. Go talk to somebody outside of YouTube and ask him who the fuck Guru Larry is. No one fucking knows who he is.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
So,
Right, like I could see if
that's
I was
what I
like
mean,
a
though.
big.
You
If
know
I
what I
could see
mean?
if, like
Like-
we were like big YouTubers, like if we were like massively big YouTubers, I could see it being a problem. But like, nobody knows or really gives a crap who we are, except for like you guys for the most part. Like nobody really that has any like really big impact. No offense, I'm not saying you don't have impact on it, but I'm just saying overall, like we are like legit nobodies to most of the community out there. Like we're just people who like, who's that person? What Saggy Melonz? Who the heck's that? Like they don't care about me.
Tony,
I will
your
say this.
ego. Tony,
I don't have
your
an
ego
ego.
is so big it deserves its own Amico gamer.
That you know what? Maybe Carl's on to something. Maybe that's why you and Tommy don't get along, Tony, because you guys are too much alike. That's what it is.
People have said that before. Me and Tommy are very, very similar and very stubborn. And like I've said this before, you know, when it's all said and done and the Amico's launched or not launched or whatever, I'd be fine with sitting down and having a meal with him. You know, it's no longer something that I'm going to cover because it's over with.
Where would y'all eat?
He's vegan, so I have no idea where the hell we would eat.
You can eat anywhere.
You'd
They
have
have vegan.
I don't think he's gonna
vegan
sit
food.
down with you, Tony.
Chew on some cud out in the field.
After when he was
Buffalo
on.
Wild Wings, and he can sit there and watch me eat buffalo wings.
Yeah, he
After
can have
Tommy
he
was
can
on
have
Saggy's
he can
live
have
stream when he
celery.
went off.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna.
Oh, bro, that wasn't even. You should have seen when he was on the other live stream when he went off. He's gone off like 3 or 4 times.
I was
Not
watching
even-
that stream
You
with you and
push
with
buttons,
Tommy and
though.
Saggy. Yeah, well, here's because I
Tony
was
has-
me and Tony. Well, but he wasn't then at the time.
No, he wasn't that at the
Yeah.
time, but I think it's past grievances because Tony's pushed my buttons before where I friggin' snapped on my stream once.
Yeah,
So, I
but you
mean-
know what, dude? Some people like my wife's that type of person. If she don't fucking like you, she's not gonna like you ever. You know. So and Tommy has that same personality, and sometimes it's not a way to be. You know. And I told
See,
Tommy, I was like, "Ugh, Tommy, what are you
Boxing
doing,
match?
dude? Like,
Intellivision.
I'd
Tommy
pay to
versus
watch
Tony?
that. I would watch that. You guys both need to be shirtless, though, just for the record.
$50.
We could have a shirtless RTU be the.
I've already
referee.
done. Hey! I've already been doing shirtless
No, you're going to be
videos
the
for the last
card,
few
dude. Carl,
times.
Carl, you're going to be the card bitch with the card. Hand up the round.
Oh my God! Card bitch.
No,
I
see,
don't
the
know
thing
what they're
with-
called.
the
Does
thing-
anyone in the chat know the
Ringo
official
Girl.
name
No, I
of
don't know.
Oh
So the thing with Tony,
that? The stage girls. I don't
is
know.
that like he frustrates me mainly because there are certain moments when you get a glimpse of just Tony being like a generally like really like cool person when you're not talking about Amico stuff, but then like when you talk about Amico stuff, it just is like a light switch. He just immediately goes into like mode, and you're just sitting there like, okay, we were just talking about like movies, and now we're back to the Amico. Like, what happened? We were having such a great time.
Lack of
Saggy
emotional
Ring girl.
control,
That's it.
what
Thank
I
you,
want in my
obsessive.
leader.
Yeah. Ring
Saggy
girl.
much prefers the conversation me and her were having on Twitter the other day.
Which one?
You said you're shaking your head or something like that.
Oh,
I will
because you said
say
a
this.
weird
I'll
comment.
say this: if I box Tommy, I'm wearing a mask because you guys don't get to see my face. I know that's a big point in contention with you guys that I don't show my face. So I
What do
gotta
you think
keep
you're
the
Mad
gimmick.
Max? What do you think you're
I
Mad
don't care if you don't
Max?
show your face. I mean, I thought it was a little strange.
Hey,
that
does
you're a
it
journalist, but you don't talk about who you are.
look similar? Does it look similar to your icon?
No, not at all.
Okay.
We've gotten a sneak peek of his finger, though. We all know that. We saw what his finger looks like.
Yeah, I don't know what the big
God
deal
gave me
with
a
that
sneak peek at
is.
my finger.
If somebody want to show their face, I don't understand why. That's such
Y'all,
a
did y'all
huge
see
deal.
Carl's elephant earlier?
No,
Was that
no.
CM
No, can we see? Can we
If
see?
you
Carl,
want
show-
to my
Carl,
finger,
show him your
here you go.
elephant.
Yeah,
Okay.
I missed it.
Give me a minute. Let me find him. Little poor
Does he have to go to the
bastard.
bathroom? Do I need to turn my
No.
computer off? Is
He's
he going
about
the
to take a
bathroom?
huge.
Is
He's
that
about
what
to
Here
take
we
a
go.
huge. He's about to take a huge dump.
Here you go.
Oh my god.
See?
That's a good one.
Juice and Alpha.
So that's awesome. So my question to everybody is, and I'm just gonna the elephant in the room now that we have elephants is now that we're here, now that some of us are kind of talking, it's been like obviously a war with everybody for the past few months. At this point, like what's gonna happen with everybody now? Are we gonna like all get along or at least be kind of cordial? Like what's the end game for all of us here?
Well, I hope
Just do what
so.
you want, man. I don't
Well,
care. Listen,
keep making videos.
We accept.
I'm not going
your,
to
just do it.
surrender.
Why not? Let's ride this thing out to the end. Let's ride it out to the end. We'll trail off into the sunset.
Don't worry about it. We will show mercy as we win and take over your land.
Tony, I will just accept your resignation. Okay, I'll accept your resignation before I surrender, sir.
I mean, I hope so.
Look,
it's just a video. Listen, at the end of the day, it's a video game console and it's fun.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I've seen
It's not a
people.
big deal.
I've seen, and I can make my videos, and everyone can make their videos, and we can laugh at each other. The only problem I have is when it gets personal, which I think Tony has always been good at not doing. I've never made it personal with anybody. Everybody on here has, as far as I know, has never gotten personal on their channels about it or on social media.
Right.
I've had private conversations with Tony, with Carl, Dayzed. I've never spoken to you before.
People that.
But like, as long as it never goes to the whole personal bullshit, like it's funny to me. Like I watch people make videos about me, and I'll laugh, dude. I literally think that some of them. Darius, and I'll say his name. Darius Truxton made a video about me, and I literally was on the treadmill laughing. I'm watching it, and I'm like, "This is actually funny," but I'm not gonna go respond to him, and I'm not gonna. So one thing I don't do on YouTube is I don't do back and forth bullshit because I don't have time for it. I'll watch the videos, I'll laugh, but I'm not doing back and forth.
You've done it.
Darius is our Voldemort. Tommy is your guys' Voldemort.
We should get them on a stream together. That'd be like fucking.
Right.
Ooh.
By the way, Teddy,
I would pay to see that. I would invest $5 into the Amico to see that.
I'd pay hundreds of dollars to see that.
By the way, Teddy, here's the thing. It's not like right. I would say we do lump people together, but it's not lumping people together who are asking like legitimate criticisms. I don't do that. People come to my channel, make legitimate criticisms. I always am okay with that. My mods know not to block them, nothing. However, if you're going to come to my channel, which a lot of people have done, right? A lot of people have done it. They've come to my channel, asked a legit question, and gave fair criticism. I would respond respectfully, and then I see a screenshot of them on somebody else's channel literally bashing me. So, like, why would I not assume that, okay, you're just a hater? Don't come to my channel, ask me a question. I give you a legitimate answer, and then go back to somebody else's YouTube channel and be like, oh, well, I asked Saggy this, and she's so stupid, and she doesn't know, she's stupid, and I can't stand her. Like, well, why did you even come here, dude?
I just don't take it personal. Honestly, that's just how I am.
You can't take it personal. No, you can't. Exactly right. You can never take it personal.
Question. We got a question from some guy named the Retro Bro. Yeah. Okay.
No, someone said they like my singing video. I don't know. I
believe there was a bunch of videos. At one point, there was a bunch of videos where they used the app to move people's faces, the songs, to make it look like you were singing.
I know the picture.
Someone's got to send me those. I'd love to see that.
So, Retro Bro, are you still going to be the mascot for the Amico Care Bear game?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I got a deal in place for that, man. Come on.
Hold on.
I'm getting residuals off that shit.
Hit me up at TonyTGD at thegeekgetaway.com. I'll send you the link for the pre-order gift. I was actually going to give it away, but you were the first one that asked, so you can have it. So hit me up.
Can anybody give away? Here's my question. Can anybody send that link out to somebody?
Yeah.
I think it's only redeemable once.
Oh, okay.
No, I downloaded it like 3 times trying to get it to download in MP3 format.
Burn me a CD.
Burn the CD. Do people do that now?
Hey, I do.
People still burn CDs. That's kind of funny. I don't
think I burned a CD since like 2006.
Right.
2000, maybe.
I haven't either.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll make you a mixtape.
No, dude, I think that would be legit. Like Tom,
Maybe
I would have rather received Tommy's music on like a series of mixtapes
Yeah, that'd be
as a
great.
gift
A
Oh
little
my
bit more
goodness, you
intimate.
people are
instead
so
of just
old.
a random MP3. At least it's something in your
What
hand.
is an MP3? It's a
You're
zip
all
file that I
old.
can't
You're
open.
all old.
You know
People
what
would probably. I mean, that would at least be something tangible.
You know what
I wish they would have,
prefer?
and I'll be honest, I wish they would have kept it Amico related.
You know what I
Give
would
us
have
the download
preferred
to a game
more?
or
I don't know. When I heard that, I was just like, wow, because I thought
You know what I would have
it was
preferred
going to
more?
be something good.
I would have preferred nuclear launch codes more. Damn it!
Carl, why are you always trying to kill people? In my opinion, they should have sent either the music or the games that are coming out for the Amico,
that would have been a good idea.
or
Yeah, dude, I like that idea.
Carrying
But
case.
if anything,
why didn't they send the carrying case? You know, a coupon to redeem a carrying case for the Amico. To
Yeah, a little sticker pack.
I
or
still
something,
think it should have just been one of the games in a box.
All right. So
Somehow.
Obsessive Compulsive Gamer wants to get in, but we got to kick somebody out to get him in. Any volunteer? I only do 6. We're pushing it. 4 was the limit. I let you guys go to 6.
I can step out, man. It's fine. It doesn't
I'll
matter.
jump out if you guys want. Oh, that's cool. I'll jump out. You guys, thanks for having me. It was good seeing you guys.
We want you in again.
Yeah, you got to come back, see him.
Anytime there, Tony. Anytime.
Love you, CM. Nice talking
Yeah.
to you.
See ya.
This is gonna get like Bill Maher. We're outnumbered now, Saggy.
All right, let me get my boxing gloves on. Let me take my earrings out. Hold up. Compulsive Gamer's coming in. Let me take
Coming
my
to the
heels
left.
off.
I'm coming down for the score.
Retro bro, hold my purse.
Nah, I'm not holding the purse. Nah,
Yeah, you're
on
holding
your
my
own.
purse, bro. No, you're holding my
Who are
purse.
you trying to get in? Who are you
You're
trying to
married.
get in?
You're
Tony?
holding her purse.
Obsessive Compulsive.
That's what friends can hold other
If
women's
my
purses.
if my wife asked me to hold her purse, I'd do one of these.
That would be the most like
Yeah.
feminine way to hold a purse
Take that-
ever.
No. Because I don't like it's got a fucking sickness on it. You know, I don't want to touch it.
No, you should.
Plus, I don't want other people seeing me hold a purse. I don't care if it's my wife. Yeah,
Well,
get your
that
shit.
depends. What color is
Get
the
your
purse?
shit and take your purse back.
Listen, it might.
We need
clash
to
well with
get
your
a photo
eyes.
of that.
Oh, we definitely need a
I
photo
want
of
to see
that.
retro bro in high heels now.
No, that'd be
Holding a
weird.
purse.
What is
Hold my
wrong with you,
purse.
Saggy?
Have you met me? A lot.
Methodology.
Are we waiting for someone? Are we like what's going on? Why
It's
can't
time
we get
to
show in
put
here?
the music.
I
Dude,
missed
we've
the
been
show.
doing
With
this.
the
How long?
lights.
This has been going for 3 hours and 40 minutes.
This is the best
It's
stream
been
ever.
3 hours and 27.
What's
We
your
went
record,
5
Tony?
hours.
Oh,
Did
really?
you do one for 5
Mine
hours
says
once?
Yeah, when we had Vito on here, we went 5 hours. I could call Vito up. We can get him back in here.
Vito might be
Ooh,
mad at me because I
no,
freaked out on him the
I don't
other
like
night.
Vito too much. Vito's a bit of a douche.
You totally. By the
Whoa.
way, Tony, you CNN'd that video of me freaking out on Vito. Vito asked that question like a million times in the chat, and finally I put it up, and I was legitimately just annoyed at that point because I felt like we had answered it like before I had that freak out session. So yeah, I was highly annoyed.
I thought Vito was kind of funny, but I can see he has a very strong personality, which
Vito
I can
has
see
way too much attitude for me. I can't stand people
he
like
has a
that.
strong personality.
He's a funny dude. Like because I listened to that one where he was on here with Tony, and he's legitimately funny. But
yeah, like I can see
feel
why
like-
people would think that though.
But I feel like no matter he's in the vein of I feel like no matter what happens with the Amico, he's just trying to shit on
He's
it for whatever
obsessed.
reason. You know what I mean?
I mean, whatever. YouTubers be doing YouTubers.
Exactly.
But I don't think he's like when I talk to him, he has a very like I said, he has a very strong personality. But I don't think he's like you know.
We actually invited him. We invited him on that stream, and he didn't want to come on.
Plenty of people have strong personalities, like Charles Manson or Kim Jong Un.
Carl. Carl's mad because Vito said something about him chewing the mic. That's what it is.
I missed that part.
Wait, was that the stream I was on?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the stream I was on. Yeah, no, your mic was doing some crazy nonsense, and it was hard for him to. But I think Vito's fine. I don't got no beef with Vito.
I mean, if he slipped in a banana peel and fell into a mud puddle, I would laugh at him.
God, Carl.
Wow.
I'm laughing at, if that happens to anybody, I'm laughing at them as long as they're not hurt.
My God, Retro.
See?
That sounds hilarious.
I'm
Who
not
else?
the
Who else
only
would you
one.
like to see? Who else would you like to see do that, Carl?
Not too many people on the internet that I know of.
Would you like to see me do it, Carl? I'll do it deliberately for
No, not you.
What
I
about
like you
Tommy?
too
What about
much.
Tommy?
Tommy, I've said, y'all know how I feel about the guy. You know, he likes to hear himself talk a little too much.
you. What?
Would you like to see him slip on a banana peel and fall in the mud?
No,
where we're at?
because my only problem with him, he's a narcissistic buffoon. You know, that's my only
Whoa.
problem with the guy.
Carl, jeez.
I've said it time and time again. That's how I feel about him.
God, Carl.
He is.
Tell
I
us how
mean,
you
you know, you
really
gotta
feel.
say, you gotta say something that has been proven with the free gift you got. It's his music.
He's
I mean-
but he's here's the thing. It makes sense that he would give people that because, you know, narcissists love to hear themselves talk. I mean,
Nailed it.
he probably thinks it's the greatest joy in the world that everyone got to hear his music. And I don't slight the guy for that. I don't
You hear
slight the
that,
guy
Carl?
for that at all.
1 Inch Bicep says that Tommy's always saying good things about you, Carl. And here you are. talking bad
That
about me.
fucker has me blocked.
Yeah, because you went on a stream and was just saying all this stuff. He had listen, Carl. He has never said anything bad about you.
No, he hasn't.
He was very confused at what happened when that whole ordeal went down, and then you were on here just bashing him. And he, of course, he's gonna block you, but he never had any grievances with you ever. And even now, he blocked you, but he's never said anything bad about you.
He has said more bad things about Tony.
Yeah,
He's never said anything bad to me about you.
I mean, hey, if it makes you all feel any better, if you know, I'm obsessive about lots of stupid things like doors. Open doors bother me. Believe me, it's not. I have many more problems than he does, probably.
You know what, Carl? Sidekick Max also has a problem with open doors. So you know,
They just bother me. I hate things touching my
kid walks
feet.
into open doors, so there's that.
Man, my door is closed in my room right now where I'm at.
I hate things touching my feet. Where do I go? Where else do I go that I can talk
Why are we
about
talking
here?
about Carl's feet now?
Do you wear socks, Carl? Are you able to wear socks, Carl?
I just mean stuff on the floor. You know, like wires and cables and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You
Carl,
know, I have way too many hangups. What?
Could you do me a favor, Carl? Could you cosplay a Sailor Moon for me? That'd be great.
No.
I would say no to that too, Carl.
No amount of money in the world is going to do that.
Carl, you should wear. So for those that don't know, Carl was on a live stream with me, and we fundraised him a pirate hat, an eye patch. There was a beard too, wasn't there? And a pipe.
Yeah, there was a beard and a pipe.
Carl,
yeah.
you need to bring that out, man. We haven't seen that in a while.
I don't. It's just I don't do that stuff anymore anyway.
By the way, guys,
you need to take your shirt off, man.
We're stalling because
that was an experiment to see. That was an experiment to see how many viewers I could get. Honestly,
I apologize to the chat.
Starting his OnlyFans. That's what.
You did it for free too. Review USA charges $50 to take his shirt off.
Right. By the way, I do apologize to the chat. We are literally just stalling.
Who else we got in there?
This is not
who else
stalling.
we got
this
in
is
there?
what we do every week. Have you not seen
stalling.
the stream? No,
this content is stalling.
This content is stalling, so we can get Compulsive Gamer, who was supposed to. How long does it take to find your headphones?
I mean, to be fair, it did take me a while to come on here, but I was.
It took me forever to get set up.
I got a question for Saggy. Mm-hmm. Since you talk to Rich, you have a direct line to Review Tech USA. Ask him how much for him to take his shirt off and write my channel name across his chest, so I can donate.
You would
Oh.
actually pay for that, Tony?
I don't think
That's
he'd
free
do it.
advertising. That's good advertising right there.
I
don't think.
It's not free.
I
You
don't
got to
think he'd
pay
do
him,
it.
bro. You got to pay him a minimum of $50.
I asked him if he would do a freebie for me, and he gave me a wrench instead. So I don't know if he'd do it. I was like, "Can I get a freebie shirt?"
I think he
And
likes
said,
you, Saggy. Because he ignores most people. It was very interesting that he.
Well,
He
because
shouted you out today. He shouted you out today, Saggy.
Well, the thing with Rich, right? When that whole thing went down, and he was.
I can't fucking stand Rich, by the way. Full disclosure.
Yeah, I know.
I can't stand that fucking dude.
I know you can't. I like him, but he.
Nah, that's because you don't know him.
Oh, whatever. He invited people to be Amico influencers. And somebody, Matt Jarbo, who's friends with Rich, tagged me because he knows I'm like the Amico and stuff. So he tagged me in the post, and then I kind of got a little snide with him, like, nah, I'm not gonna go on a friggin' million sub channel and get just dunked on for talking about the Amico. I get enough of that from y'all. And he was like, no. He was like, no. You should, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You should still come on. So I was like, all right, I'll come on. But then at the time, I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to like add more crap or give people more ammo, because I felt like it wouldn't matter what I say on this channel. It seemed like people had their minds already set. So I declined. I refused him. I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry, but I just don't think it's going to help the Miko's cause or anything. And he respected me for that.
It's like in college football when you open your season, when they invite like somebody in to just shred them, like a small college.
It would have absolutely been a buzzsaw.
Right.
Like Alabama beats Southern Mississippi Tech University. Like 5 million to 0 first day.
I just want to say one thing about Richard from Review Tech. He makes disliking the quartering like it's out to be like it's a big thing, and I'm like. I dislike that guy for years.
A lot of people don't like the quarter. Anyways. But yeah, no. Overall, that's kind of what it was. I think he was shocked that an up and coming YouTuber declined being on his channel, and he was probably just like, that doesn't happen often. People would have jumped at that chance to get that exposure, regardless if they got dogpiled on or not. The exposure would have been just enough. But I was not. I don't do what I do for exposure. So
now
I have a theory though. When it comes to these big YouTubers feuding, I have a theory that sometimes it's all just smoke and mirrors too.
Probably,
yeah, of course it is.
I will say this: 100% Rich and Jeremy are legit feuding. This is not smoke and mirrors. This is legit.
It's pretty funny.
It is.
Now,
if you
want someone to wear the Sailor Moon costume, it's got to be Gary.
Oh my God! Oh no!
You
don't want to see that.
That's the price of admittance to the show.
I haven't talked to you in a while. How have you been?
Good. It's been about what, a month?
Yeah, it's been about a month since we last had talked.
Yeah, so it wasn't. I told the guys last week, I was sick. I thought maybe it could be COVID. It wasn't COVID. It's just the AC unit in my room. I got a sinus infection. It was kind of bad, and it was no COVID.
That's what COVID felt like for me. It was literally a head cold, and I lost my taste and smell for 3 weeks.
Now, see, he's an anti-vaxxer like you, John.
Let's do it.
I'm not a fucking anti-vaxxer, bro. It's so funny that anti-vaxxer.
No, he was already exposed to it.
All my kids are vaccinated. Trust me.
Yeah, he was already exposed to it though, so he was.
I'm not a fucking Karen.
Are you vaccinated, Carl?
Oh, you bet your ass I am.
Yeah.
So
I told him to vaccinate him in his feet.
I'm not, and it's not because I'm anti-vax. It's just whenever I get a flu shot or any vaccine shot, I get like super, super sick, and I'm still working. So I
had the vax. I had the 2-shot, and at the end, for 2 days, I was tired. My wife and I both had it, and we were knocked out for 2 days. So you have to be prepared to. You're gonna be down.
Yeah, I have to take
everyone I talk to. This is the ironic part. Everyone I talked to that got the vaccine.
Oh, okay,
the one that had 2, their second shot was like way worse than my actual COVID symptoms, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but that's the one that's the one though that everything is supposedly safe from all the variants.
Right.
The most effective. So if you had the 1 shot, you're basically running around with just a normal flu shot.
Right, but that's what I mean. It's not like I'm anti-vax. I know I'm gonna get like super violently sick for like a week, and I'm like, I still have to make money, so I'm not ready to lose money.
I got vaccinated for 2 reasons. Number 1, so I would never have to wear that stupid mask in public, and number 2,
yeah, but now they say you still gotta wear one, Carl. That's the thing.
Not where I live.
Well, for now,
they're getting there. They get back to it. For now.
Oh yeah,
in a month, everyone's going to be wearing a mask again, regardless of your vaccine.
You're going to be vaxxed, and you're going to have to take that booster every year, and you're going to have to wear a mask. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, we got to get the flu shot every year.
See, I don't mind wearing a mask.
I don't.
Do you see what's happening in Australia right now? They're literally asking people for their vaccine passports.
Oh God.
Okay.
I keep that in my wallet.
I think they opened up a can of worms, Tony.
YouTube for all this vaccine stuff.
Yeah, we're going.
Who brought that up? See, that was Carl. That was Carl again.
No, this is me.
I told you. Carl keeps bringing me down.
You are very welcome. Don't mention it.
All right.
Hey, I just said I was okay. It wasn't COVID. That's all.
Yeah, Gary started it. It's all your fault. You show up and you cause problems.
Show up late and you cause problems.
So Gary wanted to come on. Was there a specific reason you wanted to come on besides?
I just did. Well, I was a little late today. I was going to come on earlier, but we were so busy today, and then I kind of got myself a nap in there for a minute. But the reason I was late, the little guy's still up running around, and Mom just fell asleep, and I had to. I had to wipe some butt.
He wants to brag about his play date.
Oh, the play date? Oh, we did that last week. But I did see that Luke said that he owns Primal now. Tony, did you get a chance to watch that yet?
No, I haven't got a chance to check that out. I still got to, I'm very busy. Doing all this Amico investigating. Takes up a lot of my time.
We appreciate it.
And I'm watching Thundercats, so,
Is that how you get your research, Carl?
No, I get my research lots of different ways.
So I think maybe we should just watch the video of Larry and me